Okay, we are live. Okay, please let me know if you can hear me. I apologize for the noise in the background. It is the AC. Yeah, I was going to try and stream without the AC in the background, but unfortunately, Montreal is under a extreme heat wave warning. Under extreme heat warning, and honestly, it is unbearable up here without the AC. Hey, Jamie, AK, Death Valley, Michelle R was in here earlier. I hope Michelle R is back. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So, anyways, like I said, we're under an extreme heat advisory here. It is unbearably hot and humid here. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to bear with my old danky potato of an air conditioner, which is the noise you hear running in the background. I apologize for that. You're under a heat warning too, Jamie? Ugh, it sucks. Yeah, Peanut just had to be, her stream was cut abruptly, talking about the whole creep chart. Easy for me to say. Dang. Creepshow art thing, but there's a storm over where Peanut is, and it knocked out the power, so the stream ended abruptly. So anyways, you don't hear an air conditioner, Tulip? Well, good. I'm glad you don't hear an air conditioner. A lot of people have said when I turn this thing on, a lot of people say, what is that in the background? What's that dang noise in the background? Lucy! Fraggle, hug back to you too. I'm glad to see you. Yes. Yes. So anyways, we're not having, it's the same in London. It's hot as hell and we don't have AC. Oh God, Death Valley. Oh, I do feel for you. I sat here at a cotton sheet with the fan blasting on me. Yeah, I hear you. You got to do what you can to stay cool, right? We got to do what we can to stay cool. We can hear your... We can't hear your AC cover over my AC. Okay. Michelle asks, are they still playing? I don't ask. Are still playing, so I don't know. Who is still playing, Michelle? Who's still playing? Peanuts? Peanuts' power got knocked out because of a storm in her area. We, on the other hand, do not have a thunderstorm here. I think we're supposed to get thunderstorms later tonight. However, because of the extreme heat and humidity going on, everybody is using extra power because we all know air conditioners, AC units use up a lot of juice, and that sometimes knocks out the grid, the power grid. So just to warn you in advice that it is possible this stream could get knocked out if the power is knocked out. Okay, it does happen around here during an extreme heat advisory. Yeah, Death Valley is awesome, isn't she, Lucy Lou, typo. I used to live in an apartment on the 3rd floor, no control, air, I feel ya. I'm on a 4th floor, baby. Yeah, I'm on a 4th floor. Oh, yeah. Favorite Fraggle. Yes, we all love our Fraggle. You don't have an AC either, Michelle? Oh, I feel for you. I hope no. Well, I hope at least the workplace has an AC. Yeah. Fraggle feller. Okay. Heat rises. Yeah, that's true. It does, Jamie. It does. Oh, it was aliens. It was aliens, Michelle. It was alien. So, anyways, for anybody who is new and watching, this is what I usually hold. I usually hold a members only, but a public stream, but a members only chat. So only members can interact in the chat, except if you're a mod for my channel, the mods can interact. I do plenty of public streams where everybody can interact in the chat, but since I unfortunately got a little bit too sick, I had a bad sore throat, which made my voice not only almost non-existent. I mean, I was able to speak, but it was extremely painful. Like things like swallowing and stuff was extremely painful, so I canceled it. So right now I'm trying to respect my commitment to the channel members, and so this is the weekly members only stream. Those of you lurking, if you wish to join the channel, yes, we're doing the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show because Michelle loves it so much. It's Michelle's favorite part of the show. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you have central air now, Jamie. I'm so glad. Oh, Mr. Bacon Pancakes is here. Mr. Stevens, Mr. Bacon Pancakes. You're gonna do a first live stream? Awesome. At 11 p.m. So if anybody's still up and about at that hour, 11 p.m., I'm assuming Eastern Standard, check that out. Yes, Michelle, it's your favorite part. So anyways, if you wish to join the channel, but you cannot find channel members, if you can, all of you can put the emojis in the chat. If you can line the chat with emojis, that would be awesome, please. I'd appreciate it. So if you can't find the join button, you can either find it through the super chat button or there is a join button below the video. But if you can't find it for whatever reason, here is a link where you can do so. Eastern Standard, thank you, Mr. Stevens. Hey, Steph, good to see you. Good to see you here. So, yeah. So, so if you wish to join the channel, there you have it. Also, if you wish to donate through PayPal and keep away from the till troll, rest assured that I keep all your information private. Thank you, members. I'm sleeping at that time. There is a replay. Yeah, absolutely. So anyways, if you wish to go through PayPal, you can do so. Rest assured, I keep all your information confidential. I also have a merch store if you want to buy a t-shirt, buy a mug, stickers. I even have kids t-shirts, and then have a crack at it. Go check it out. Yeah. Also, check out my second channel. Yes, my poll that I had on my community tab, the majority of you, even despite my atrocious singing voice, my hideous singing voice, you all want me to upload the Karen song that I did 2 years ago on a stream that I did 2 years ago. So this week, look for that. I will be uploading the Karen song. Those of you who hated my singing to the point, don't unsubscribe from there. I don't sing. I don't habitually sing. It's just that every so often, we all got to learn to laugh at ourselves, right? Okay. So that's my second channel. I stream there once a month. We play a game on chat called Let's Ask Google. Did it twice already. It got pretty racy. I'm not gonna lie. But so, anyways, I issued a challenge at my last chat, at the last Let's Ask Google at my second channel. I asked the challenge, can we try and make it a little more PG, please? Don't want the channel. Hey, Deb. It's been a while since we've seen you, Deb. Good to see you. Thank you for the hearts and flowers and balloons. Much appreciated. Yeah. Yeah, Death Valley, that's true. It's in the middle of the night for you, huh? Yeah. Also, I have a Discord server. If you wish to join my Discord server, many of you in the chat are already members. They can tell you that it is a nice online place to hang out. Exactly, Michelle. Age restriction. Speaking of age restriction, my Discord server also has an age restriction. You have to be 18 and up to join. Yes, you have to be 18 and up to join my Discord server. We have rooms to suit all tastes. We're a pretty chill group. It's great. We have a pretty chill group. And, it's an awesome place to be. And for channel members, you have exclusive access to the Mad Hatter's Lounge if you join my Discord server. Yeah. Hey, Terry K, Blue Firefly, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, good. It's nice to see people joining in. All right, cool. I'm doing fine. Ladybug is a cute name, actually. It's cute. So I appreciate it, Blue Firefly, yeah. Ah, yes. You sing at the beginning of every video. Yeah, but you have a better singing voice than I do, Mr. Stevens. My singing voice is atrocious. And many of you who are in the chat now, you understand that. Yes. Okay, so we are going to be unpacking a lot. There's been quite a bit to catch up on. I'll open with the Creepshow art thing. It's going to be short and sweet, though, because my knowledge of the Creepshow art is limited. I'm not going to pretend I know more than I do to date. All I've been seeing is stuff on Twitter, through Peanut streams. Creepshow Art, for me, I found her channel 2 years ago. For those of you who don't know who Creepshow Art is by now. She does commentary videos, but while doing artwork, she draws cartoon portraits while she's talking about YouTube drama and commentary. And she's been in enough of her own scandals, but I think this one is the mother of them all, to be honest, from what I'm hearing and my limited knowledge, according to my limited knowledge thus far. The one I know more about is the whole lolcow thing. Lolcow, which is an online forum that talks about YouTubers. And if I understand correctly, Creepshow Art had 2 or more than 1, or at least 2 identities, 2 nom de plumes, if you will, and she would argue with herself. And it was found out supposedly that despite using VPN, she was using the same browser because of the cookies. Don't ask me how cookies work on a computer. I am old. I am not tech savvy. I am not cool. I am from the early 1700s. But they seem to have found out through the cookies that she and this other person were one and the same. She has often, apparently, now people are wondering if her husband is actually real. She has been talking about a stalker that she's had for 8 years. Wow, that's devotion. That's devotion. And again, it looks like the stalker may not be real. Coming to you in the chat. Going for the sun-kissed perfection look. Yeah, Death Valley. I'm worried about relaunching it. So I'm thinking a dark red. Right on. I used to be sub to her. I smelled the big, that stinking rat long ago. Yeah, I think a lot of people did, Death Valley. A lot of people did. Let's go back. But how I came to know Creepshow, or how I stumbled upon her, was 2 years ago. It was pretty much when I was starting out on the platform, and I started out as a mental health channel. Like, I literally just started out. And it was right around the time of the Rewired Soul, a.k.a. Chris Boutte scandal. It was the prelude of him getting canceled, actually, around January, February, March of 2019. And I stumbled upon her reaction to the Rewired Soul. Now, I remember enjoying what she did. I did enjoy, I thought it was an original concept, doing artwork on screen while talking about YouTube drama and trash fires. So I kind of admired that from a production standpoint. I felt that she didn't add anything new back then, but get into the bandwagon. She later did, and there was one thing I'll give her props for as well. When Eric B. Zink, that's the mental health channel, who's fast on his way to getting himself canceled, both on YouTube and on TikTok. He was better known on TikTok. Eric B. Zink, who had turned out to be exploiting minors and using an OnlyFans account under the guise of mental health. Creepshow Art did a very good coverage of Eric. Most of the larger channels of about Creepshow Art size did not want to touch it, like Repzilla. Repzilla was approached on numerous occasions to cover Eric Zink. He wouldn't touch it. And there were others that were approached. They didn't want to touch it. But Creepshow Art was the only one who would. So, and you know me, I'll give credit where it's due. So before you cancel me for saying something positive, I always give credit where it is due. Always. And I'll critique those who know it. I don't know who she is. You are educating me. Well, we all try to be educated at some point, Deb. I'm glad you're here. Maybe I'm going to attempt to fix the patches. Okay. All right. Oh, Chris hated Creepshow. Yeah, Steph remembers the Rewired Soul very well. Steph, I'm not going to say why. She knows why. She wants to talk about that. That's her story to tell. That's your story to tell. But those who are in the mental health community know very well who Chris Boutte, the Rewired Soul, was, and how much of a despicable person he turned out to be. But he got himself canceled, so I'm not going to dwell too long about the Rewired Soul. Check the early videos on my channel. Do a search, Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick, Rewired Soul, if you want to know who that was. Okay, I welcome you to do that. Maybe, okay, I am hoping my local CVS bodega sells purple shampoo. Being a dark brunette, going blonde is a short. You're trying to go blonde? Oh dear. Death Valley, bacon pancakes, Hubby Poo. Hubby Poo is a toner. Oh my god, if I damn. Okay, we're talking hair. That's fine. So, sodium pill gunt fait probablement la même chose dans les films. Yeah, probably, Mr. Stevens. I have to say your French has improved. Your French has improved. This I can translate. I usually don't translate what Mr. Stevens chats about in French because, honestly, it would get my channel taken down. Naughty boy. But this I can translate. This I can translate. It says sodium-filled whale, sodium-filled gun, probably does the same thing on the farms. Yeah. And Fedora, I post a picture in the Mad Hatter's Lounge. Well, I'll check it out later. Thank you. Lely, oh my god. It's been a while since we've seen you here, Lely. Good to see you. I thought he was back and making videos again. Really, AK? Yeah, but he's not getting nearly the views that he did. I mean, his views are not much better than mine are, and my views are pretty shit. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna mince any words about that. My videos are pretty shit. You see, I know he's active on Instagram. I've seen that. Like, I've seen his posts. He's active on Instagram. Let's get to the juicy stuff. Let's all drag Chuck. Let's all drag Chuck like the Sovereign did. And we're getting to that. Good things come to those who wait, Death Valley. We're going to get to that. Don't worry. Rest assured. I just wanted to get this out of the way. I usually talk about her affair with toilets. Yes, that's what you do, among other things, Mr. Stevens. It's harder to get away with that on Kiwi Farms. Yeah, Kiwi Farms, I think, has a system. Kiwi Farms, I don't know what they do, but what Creepshow Art did on Lol Cow is something she would not, AK is absolutely right, it's something she would not get away with over at Kiwi Farms. Absolutely. I don't know, like I said, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not going to pretend that I am. Okay, I'm not going to pretend that I am. So, yeah. Yep, time zones suck. I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Lely. Yeah. Yeah, he came back to zero fanfare. Don't think anyone knows we're watching. Well, he's been pretty much canceled, AK. Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, all good things come to those who wait. But speaking of Chucky, Charlie Gold, do you know that she was buddy-buddy with old Creepshow Art? Anybody remember on Twitter there was this whole to-do? It was a long time ago. It was a while. It was right when Charlie Gold just got, quote-unquote, verified. Yeah, Charlie Gold got quote-unquote verified over on YouTube. And apparently she was trying to help Creepshow Art get her a verified status. I remember it was a whole to-do on Twitter, actually, trying to get Creepshow Art verified, which is kind of weird, verified. You kind of think the word verified, yes, I can verify this is true, this is authentic. And it appears like neither Creepshow Art or Charlie Gold, they're anything but authentic. Or, the frog a été propriétaire d'une nation haineuse ces derniers temps. Yes, that's very true, Mr. Stevens. Yes, I remember CG standing Creepshow hard. Yeah, you remember that AK. Yeah, remember that. You remember that. Charlie making the rounds in on a lot of creators' chats. Is she now, Deb? Well, she's not going to be, she'll have to pay for a membership to go in this chat. If she wants to interact in this chat, she'll have to pay a membership. Because today is the weekly members only chat. Yeah, I may do a second one this week to make it up to you channel members for the one that I missed last week when my throat was bothering me. Yeah. So, yeah. But Charlie Gold, there's one thing you should know about Charlie Gold. She doesn't do her own dirty work. She has her minions like Cooter, Meaty Jones. Froggy did her bidding once upon a time until Froggy stopped doing that and Froggy had her own epiphany. But, but honestly, Callie is another one. Charlie doesn't do her own dirty work. Let others do that for her. But yeah, if excuse me, I don't smoke enough. I don't smoke enough. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know who does that. And people are also questioning the identities that Creepshow art has used over at LolCow and probably maybe on Twitter or YouTube as well. I'm not sure. Like I said, my knowledge to date with the Creepshow art thing is very limited. If there's one thing I've always wondered, when I saw Creepshow's art, like I said, while I like the concept of doing artwork while discussing YouTube drama, I often wondered myself if her art had some racist undertones, but I never said anything about it. It's like I wasn't sure, and yeah, but I don't know. I think, but you know, that's the thing with art. It is subjective. It is subjective. What I see is maybe something somebody else does not, or even most people do not. Chuck likes to have minions around her. You'd think she'd have enough padding to protect her. Oh, no, she don't. No, she don't, Death Valley. No. No, she don't. Okay, so, but this, she is just not a good artist in general. You see, AK doesn't even like her art, so, you know, there it is. But here's the thing. I know that people will go to great lengths for clout. You know, there are billions and billions on the platform of YouTube. A lot of people doing similar content. You know, you're going to overlap if you're in the same community or doing that kind of stuff. So you've got to find a way to kind of stand out. You know what I mean? You've got to find a way to kind of stand out. And sometimes being the drama queen, being the trash fire will get you that far. It will get you that far. Being a messy train wreck or being just a mean, nasty person, more often than not, that will get you the subscribers. That will get you the views. That will get you the super chats or even the channel memberships, if there are channel memberships or Patreon memberships. And that's a decision we all have to make. But I got to admit, this is a new one for me with the whole LolCow thing. She's pretending to have several different identities. She argues with herself on LolCow. Basically slams her friends and her foes alike on the forum. How did that get her clout? It's one way to go about it, but I don't know how. That shit is not art. I'm sorry, though, but I'm a fucking artist, and I'm offended when someone traces lines on a tablet and calls it art. Fuck off with that cred. Point taken, Death Valley. Thank you. Point 10. Mr. Stevens, D. Higgins paye a jeter son argent sur le cochon pour devenir modérateur sur sa chaîne. The Sodium Filled Guns channel. Ah, yes. Well, D. Higgins bankrolls about much of Hater Nation. Mr. Stevens, yeah. There are people, you know, I mean, and also to claim that he's had a stalker for 8 years, that's kind of, like I said at the top of the screen, that's devotion. Takes devotion. I don't know. If you were being stalked, you would take certain measures. Like if you're being stalked in real life, for instance, sometimes it goes on for too long that you have to take steps. And like one of the first things they tell you is, okay, usually a stalker goes by habit. If you're a creature of habit, it makes it easier for a stalker to stalk you. So they tell you to change things up. Like for instance, there was a lawyer here in Montreal. I'm not going to give her name. It was in the media. She was being stalked by a City of Montreal blue-collar worker for a couple of years. And apparently, according to the newspapers, this lawyer, she's a woman, had her routine. She used to walk to work because her place of work was within walking distance. But on the way to work, like she would stop at the Starbucks on the way to pick up a coffee to go to bring to the office and all that stuff. So, of course, he would be parked in front of Starbucks, ready for her to go for her morning coffee. She obviously would have to have changed that. Sometimes it needs to take more drastic action, like moving. You got to move. You got to move away. Remember, this is what happened with Negs. when MFW and Yaba and company, and they all doxed him and his child's school way back when, if you remember. Yeah, it caused him, sometimes you got to move. As inconvenient, the expense, the stress of it, you got to move. So I don't know. She doesn't strike me as someone who is being stalked or worried, or at the very least worried about this person. Creepshow is me, myself, and Irene or Amy in her case. Got it. Thank you, Death Valley. Lily, Death Valley, still hanging in there barely. I save us a lot of peeps. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Oh, Naughty Rudolph is here. Good to see you, Naughty Rudolph. Yeah. Good to see you, Naughty Rudolph. I'm really great. Thanks, Lily T. I know some do check in and again, but it's always good to see you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I didn't get about Creep saying she just ignored these horrible, nasty emails for years on end and didn't tell anyone. No one does that. No, exactly, AK. Even if you're a proud, private person and you try to be strong, if you're being stalked like that, you're going to tell someone. Sometimes you just got to take a chance because it's something you can rarely survive this alone. And there comes a time, like with any crisis, you have to trust someone. Okay, you have to take a chance and trust someone. So yeah, I agree with you there. Hey, Straubs! Oh my God, Straubs! It's been a while since we've seen you. God, I've told you before, Straubs. Don't be a stranger. Yes, we love Straubs around here. We love Straubs. She's awesome. She's also a member of my Discord server. She can, yeah. Great to see you. Great to see you. So anyways, I don't know, like all this trouble, everything that she did, it's gotten to the point where people even wonder if her husband is real. Like she kept talking about her husband. And some argue that her husband may not be real. Okay, that's neither here nor there for me, to be honest. I'm only bringing it up because someone asked me my opinion about that. So I'm giving it now. For me, that's neither here nor there, whether she has a husband or not. Let's remember that there are a lot of people on the platform that have spouses and partners, but they never put them on screen for any number of reasons. And since we see how toxic YouTube or Twitter can become and how people are in a hurry to do things like, oh, I don't know, dox them because of a supposed guilt by association, I can understand why one might want to keep their spouse or their partner a secret, They want to keep them, yeah, Michelle, what's the movie? I do some check-in, but it's always good to see you. Yeah, exactly. It's been crazy around lately. Oh dear, it's summertime, right? What's the movie we're talking about, Michelle? What's the movie? What's the movie we're talking about, Michelle? Uh-huh. Okay, what movie are we talking about? I must have missed that. Okay. Okay. So anyways, I could understand, so I'm not going to, I can understand since it's turning out that Creepshow art lies like she breathes. I can understand why people may not believe that she has a husband, but at the same time, like I said, it wouldn't be the first time somebody might mention they have a partner or husband, but they're completely kept off camera, they're kept off microphone, and we don't know their name. Jim Carrey movies are epic. Yeah, I'm a fan of Jim Carrey too. Which one are we talking about? Peanut Doucette, j'ai besoin d'un autre flux de godette. Mr. Stevens, we're getting naughty. I can't translate half of what you're saying because it'll get my channel taken down. Not because I don't know French. I am fluent in French. I probably speak better French than French Fry Girl does. Yes, we're going to be talking about her too. We're going to be talking a little bit about her too. Yeah. But yeah, just in passing, yeah. Me, myself, and Irene. Oh, okay, Steph. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about that movie. Thank you. Ah, yes. So anyways, that's about my limited knowledge of Creepshow art. I think that's really a lot of ways to, that's really a far out way to get clout, isn't it? Yeah. It's far out way to get clout. Next, Callie, you didn't get the memo, did you? You did not get the memo. Callie was up on Twitter talking about RealStreamNews and screeching about how he could, quote unquote, platform a racist. And that is referring probably to ShannyforChrist having been on RealStreamNews, RSN's platform. I think she was only being interviewed. He does often have people on panel being interviewed. I think Negs was on that panel as well. And that is where ShannyforChrist flashed her tatas. Yeah, flashed her quarrels on RSN stream. Between you and me and the lamppost, I think RSN got a kick out of it. I think you got a kick out of it. Don't get me wrong. To me, RSN, it will always be the lowest form of life. He will always be the lowest form of life. I will not change my mind. We all know how I feel about Callie. I do not like Callie. I am not a fan of hers. I probably never will be. But there was some back history. There was some back history between her and RSN, which I won't get into right now. There was some back, but just to suffice to say, RSN was, because he's RSN, I don't know, I think him and women, how shall I put this? Him and women, keep them away. This is a guy who's been known for revenge porn. He's known for things like revenge porn. If anybody wants to know more about RealStreamNews, I'm going to recommend you check out Rag Reynolds, aka Medium Rare. He did a 3-part documentary. He's covered at length RealStreamNews. So the channel is called Medium Rare, and the dude's name is Rag Reynolds. He's a Scottish dude. So check him out if you want more about that. Okay, yeah. Jamie's Haven, RSN just super chatted DC, so is Callie done with her now? I'm getting to that, Jamie. Oh, RSN just super chatted DC, did she? I'm not surprised, Jamie, and we're going to get to that. Thank you for bringing it up, Jamie. La pomme de terre range est si faible sur l'échelle de Kermit Frank qu'elle vit avec les créatures marines. Oh, Mr. Stevens. Basically, this one I can translate. He said basically the rage potato, French fried gunt, is weak on the Frank Kermit scale around here, that she lives with sea creatures. Okay, her udders. Yeah, her udders. Exactly. Why are they all trying to jump on the Shanny train when they don't know anything about her? I really don't know, Deb. I'm not a fan of Shanny either. So, but we have seen recently, it has been on camera that she does abuse her children, and that, you know, I've covered on this channel like Eric Zink. I've covered the Stoppers, Micah Stopper. I do cover child exploitation on the platform here as well. So, yeah. He is pervy. Yes, he is pervy, Deb. That's why I think when she flashed her tatas, when Shanny flashed her tatas on screen, I think RSN got a kick out of it. My opinion. But I think he got a kick out of it. Yeah. RSN is what we say in French, sans importance. I don't like RSN. No, too much dodgy shit. And I don't care what anybody says. I still believe the word that begins with R rhymes with tape. That girl, Amber, not Amber Lynn Reed, not to be mistaken with Amber Lynn Reed. Another girl who was a fan of his that he flew out to Rhode Island, Amber. I don't care. I still believe that he did that to her. Okay? But I'm not going to do too much to make that money. I think it's more than money, Mr. Stevens, honestly. I think it's more than money. Haydurnation are quite familiar with Shanny. Yeah, they are. They are. That's right, Steph. So, Callie. So, here's the problem with Callie screeching about RSN having Shanny on panel. A supposed racist, quote unquote. Now, I'm not going to sit here and deny that Shanny is racist. But yes, she is. She is. We've seen it. She's demonstrated it. She's flew off more N-bombs than anybody can count. But here's the thing, Callie. You're not very consistent, are you? Okay? And this brings to Jamie's point. How do you feel about your buddy, DCmediagirl, Callie? DCmediagirl, yes. DCmediagirl had Shanny on her platform, and she welcomed her with open arms. I did a reaction to that panel actually a while back. It's on my channel page if anybody's interested. I'll link it. It doesn't have it in the title, so it's not that easy to find. So I'll link it in the pinned comment below for those who are interested in getting that, and I'll put the timestamp where I started reacting to that. But yeah, Callie, your buddy DCmediagirl platform, Shanny, welcomed her with open arms so they can have an I Hate Negs fest. Yeah. It was basically an I Hate Negs and Tragic fest. Yeah. RSN got an Arizona. Well, Italian, I don't know it. I do not know how to speak Italian, unfortunately, so I'll take your word for it. Me too. Haydurnation are quite familiar. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, RSN just two. Yeah, yep, Jamie, hang on a second. Let me put that. Yep, she did. That's what Jamie said. And I'm not surprised. Okay, so not only has DCmediagirl welcomed Shanny with open arms on her own platform, but RSN and DCmediagirl appear to be internet buddies. They kiki with each other. You know the word that they love to use so often, haydurnation, kiki? It took me a while to learn what that meant. Like I said, I'm really old. Unlike DCmediagirl, I actually embrace my elderness, okay? I actually embrace my olderness. All right. So yeah, RSN just super chatted her. Of course he did. It's not that surprising. Do you know how often RSN has had DCmediagirl on his platform? Do you know how often he has had DCmediagirl on his platform? And I believe the videos are still up at his channel. So Callie, okay, if you're gonna go after RSN, you should go after DCmediagirl, your buddy DCmediagirl. Because if you think, they're all racist and this, that, and the other thing, I think DCmediagirl would have some splaining to do. I think DCmediagirl would have some splaining to do to you. Like, A, why she platformed a racist, and B, why does she go on your nemesis RSN's platform and kibitz and kiki? Yes. DCmediagirl literally rampé dans la vie avec Shannon. Yeah, she did. Yes, Death Valley says yes. He blanked her. I believe that too. If you have heard when she talked about it, you can clearly tell he not only did that, but then went on to highlight her to save his own sorry arse. Oh, well, you want to know what else he's done, RSN? This is a goodie. Okay, and I've seen clips of this, and Rag Reynolds has covered that, I believe, on his 3-part documentary series over at his channel, Medium Rare. Apparently, RSN, who lives with his grandmother, or at the time he did live with his grandmother, I'm not sure if he still does, or if the grandmother is even still alive, because this happened several years ago. His grandmother had a stroke at home, and emergency 911, I guess, had to be called, and an ambulance came for her. And apparently, while the ambulance people were working on her and stuff, the emergency vehicles were out front, old RSN got his camera, and he filmed it, and claimed he was being swatted. I mean, how low can you sink? How low can you sink, really? Wait, what happened to Nova, Mr. Stevens, a bacon pancakes, hubby poo? Chatted, yeah. He did do that to her, there's no doubt. Only thing is that she came forward and said he didn't blank her because she let him. But he admitted that she said no twice. CJ, that's not consent. No, it is not consent. That's the thing, Steph. It isn't consent. I mean, that is an important discussion to have regarding consent. the way we understand it, she said no twice, and then the third time it was like, I give up the fight type of thing, you know. And there is an argument, some could agree, well, she changed her mind and offered her consent. I don't believe that. I believe it's just being defeated. It's just being defeated, yeah. Deb, she and Nags got into a political argument. She and Nags got into a political disagreement, and I turned on Peanut because she didn't get involved. Now DC and Nova have been kicking on Twitter with each other. Well, ain't that nice, Mr. Stevens? Ain't that nice? Ain't that special? I'm going to do this in my best church lady. If anybody remembers Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live in the late 80s, early 90s, and then one of his characters was the church lady. Well, ain't that special? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, this is 100% true. CJ told the internet she had a stroke while he was being spotted. He is garbage. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Steph, for DC is unscrupulous. Her pious tone is so transparently fake. Isn't it though, Death? Isn't it though? Death Valley. Anyways, we're not going to talk about Nova Ray. Honestly, I don't have anything to say about that today, and we are unpacking a lot of material. Okay, so anyways, so to conclude that portion, Callie, Callie, you need to have words with your buddy DCmediagirl. You really do. Okay, and I'm going to say it again, Callie. I keep saying this, but I'm going to say it again. Get new friends. You really need new friends. You've got one who threw you under the bus in charliegold. You've got DCmediagirl who collabs and is kikiing with all your nemesis and people who have caused harm potentially to you, like RSN. I don't know. You need to go to your buddy DCmediagirl. You do. Yes, you do. Now, so that's done. Now, apparently, French Fry Girl, speaking of sinking to all-time lows, just when I think she can't get any lower, she does. What was this a couple of days ago? It turns out Dom, we all know who Dom is, Chantal's Egyptian squeeze. I don't know what to call him, boyfriend, lover, friends with benefits. I don't know. We'll call him the squeeze, the Egyptian squeeze. Okay. We'll call him that. Apparently, somehow, French Fry Gunt managed to find him. She managed to find him. Now, I know that Chantal, whether accidentally, whether deliberately, had doxed his name with her phone on a live stream, but I don't recall that exchange having his address or his email information or how to find him, yet French Fry Girl seems to have found it. Now, we all know French Fry Girl is not above doxing. She's done it. She doxed Froggy's mom. She doxed my previous place of work. So we already know she's not above that. So as it turns out, she and Dom had a little online email exchange or DM exchange where apparently he sent her dick pics. He sent French Fry Girl dick pics. Now apparently it's over again between Chantal and Dom. God, for her sake, I hope so. He sounded like bad news to begin with, and if this is true about him being willing to send the dick pics to a stranger like French Fry Girl, we already know his character. I think that shows a pretty good weakness of character. Yeah, she's okay. Here we go. Yeah, she does throw away her real friend stuff. Yeah, she does. Referring to Callie. Yeah, she does. At depth out. I also found it ironic how everyone turned on Kaya. Like, I doubt Callie and Silicone ever watched Kaya. They turned on her so fast when she decided to speak her mind. Exactly. Because she went on the Perceived Enemies panel to give her side of the story. She went to Peanut's panel. That's true. Lely, I don't like Callie, but I also feel sorry for her. She is the plain girl that runs around doing the Heather's bidding to be included in the teensy bit. Yeah, exactly. But Callie will never hold the torch to Winona Ryder's Veronica Sawyer. Veronica Sawyer will always rock to me. Veronica Sawyer will always be iconic to me. and Callie will never hold a candle to her. Yeah. The Egyptian squeeze. You like that, eh, Steph? Apparently, they have been exchanging explicit photos. Yes, I hear the gun to return the favor. I don't know who started what, and that's neither here nor there for the purposes of the discussion. Apparently, the French fried girl sent some pretty explicit photos of herself. Yes, apparently so. I guess I should say I pity Callie more than I feel for her. Yeah, that's fine, Lily. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do. All these shallow friendships on their side of the fence, they'll go wherever the wind blows. Exactly, Death Valley. Jamie, the dick pics was not sent to FFG as much as I don't like her. They were sent to the farms by a troll. Oh, okay, thank you. I stand corrected. Okay, Jamie, I stand corrected. Here, hang on. Okay, I stand corrected. I was under the impression that he had directly sent her dick pics. In fact, didn't French Fried Gun kind of imply that himself? But then it goes to show we'll say anything to get clout, right? Yeah. Dick pics show a lack of characters, full stop. Absolutely true, Lily. Yep, absolutely true. I like the Heathers reference. Yeah, Heathers. I don't know why it did so poorly in the box office in '88. That was a damn good movie. I don't care. And Winona Ryder was awesome in it. Winona Ryder was awesome. She's always awesome. Winona Ryder is always awesome to me. And she did Veronica Sawyer justice. Yeah. Oh, God. Michelle Lilly. Yeah, God. Death Valley. That's got to be Heather's ref PW. Exactly, Death. I think FFG would have bragged about it if it was her. Yeah, I think you're right, Jamie. I think you're right, yeah. But I thought she did brag about it. I was under the impression she did brag about it. I don't know. Okay. I can be stood corrected. I could be, yeah. I always encourage my members and my audience to correct me if I'm wrong with certain information. I always encourage that, and I will continue to encourage that, yeah. But anyways, it seems to be over between Chantal and Dom right now, but I think it's been on and off again the past 2 months since he laid his beady eyes on her. Oh God! But apparently on Chantal's live stream last night, she was quite sad and quite upset. I caught part of that live actually, for the hell of it. So I caught it, and she seemed quite down in dumps about it. And of course, we know that French Fried Girl, much like Charlie Gold, will giggle and cackle and cohort at Chantal's misfortune, right? We know about it. She bragged about finding him on the dating site. Ah, yes, I bet she did. Oh, I never believed for 1 minute that he turned his Tinder profile off, Jamie. I never believed it for 1 minute. The best thing about FFG's lame merch is that heart is placed where the stomach is. Yeah, speaking of French Fried Girl, she's releasing some merch. Very confusing, it says. I'm not a hater, I'm an anti-anti. Now, can you imagine walking through the streets of Montreal wearing that t-shirt? Or anywhere for that matter. Walking through the streets of Montreal in real life where most people do not watch the YouTube trash fires. Okay? And lately, between Creepshow art or Charlie Gold, or whether it's even the bigger channels like Trisha Paytas or, we're not as famous as we like to be. We like to think we are. We're not as famous as we might like to think we are. That's why egos go out. You think she'll fade out, Jamie? I hope so, between you and me. But apparently nastiness and trash fires, that's what gets the views. That's what gets the channel memberships. That's what gets the super chats and the subs. Yeah, exactly. Death Valley, the best thing. Yeah, exactly. I haven't kept up with Chantal since the whole nasty chemicals thing. Yeah, I hear you, Lely. A lot of people, it's like that. It's like that. And I haven't really kept up with her since either, except from time to time. I honestly hope that she and Dom are done for good for her sake. I honestly hope they're done for good, but, at the same time, I ain't her mother. She's going to do what she's going to do. Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck would wear that? I don't know, Jamie. I really don't know. I wouldn't, and I'm not going to pay for it. Apparently, it's up on Teespring right now. Buy my merch instead. No. Yes, I'm doing my shameless pub plugging of my merch store. Yeah, but no, seriously. Yeah, it's just basically, it has a heart where the stomach is, and it says, that's what French Fried Guns merch says. It says, I'm not a hater, I'm an anti-anti. It's like, you're walking, I swear to God, you walk the streets wearing that. Who's going to get it? Who's going to understand it? You know? Who's gonna understand it? She only does react when she's stoned or drunk. Exactly true, Jamie. Yeah, merch AB. Yes, Michelle, I know you like that sort of thing. Michelle, Death Valley, LOL. Most of them would need plus size. I need plus size too, to be honest, Jamie. I need plus size too, and that's one thing I've noticed with Teespring. And I know because my merch is on Teespring. I can't get a pair of plus size leggings. Not even in my own merch. I can't get a pair of plus size leggings for myself. Damn. Is Dom the guy she went to and did the loud and mean? Yeah, Dom is the Egyptian squeeze where she did the. Yeah, Lely, that's the one. That's the one. I don't get attraction to her. She's just loud and mean. I don't get it either, Deb. You and I both. We're, most of us here in the chat too don't get it either. We don't get it. But apparently nasty pays. Nasty pays off. Expressing unpopular opinions does not, but nasty, popular opinions, and the nasty you are, the more popular you get. Yeah. I'd rather wear a Miss Hussey shirt for that matter. I don't think Hussey has t-shirts, or if he does, I certainly am not aware. I'm certainly not aware. Or rather getting one of his $25 signed pictures, which is basically a printout from an inkjet, I think. Yeah, she's phony. Yeah, she is, Jamie. But would you wear a Hussey wig? Hussey needs to wash his wigs. Yeah. Hussey needs to wash his wigs. Exactly. So, oh my God. So that's French Fried Girl and the latest nastiness out of her. If Chantal and Dom have finally ended things, I wonder if French Fried Girl was the catalyst. That's what I was wondering, if French Fried Girl was the catalyst. Ugh. Something to ask. And the glasses. Yes, the glasses. You'd wear the wig with the shirt, Jamie? What color? What color would you wear? Just out of curiosity, what color would you wear? Holy shit, hang on. What color? Hang on. Okay. So, purple? I like purple. God, I saw a pair of purple Reeboks, or more like lilac or lavender Reeboks. Damn, $120. It's like, I can't justify paying that for a pair of sneakers. Dang. Why do they make them so damn expensive? But I love purple. I do have my purple retro 60s hat and my matching purple sunglasses. I do have that. You're going to do that thing with your lip and mouth too. Yeah, don't eat the wig, Jamie. Don't eat it. But whatever you do not eat the wig. Don't wear the wig when you're eating. You should be fine. Yeah, David, I know it. Purple's a great color, Lily. I love purple too. I would love to get those purple sneakers, but like I said, I never could, even when I have money to buy clothes, I can't justify paying something like $120. I never could justify paying $100 for sneakers. I never could. Never. Now you'll put it back on, huh? So, also, has anybody caught the Sovereign's latest video? She came back with a charliegold video. For those of you unfamiliar with the Sovereign, she's a larger channel. I think of about 50,000 subscribers by now, I think. He came, she mostly is known for beauty pageant reviews. He does beauty pageant reviews. Not my cup of tea, obviously, because we know I'm like the fresh impressionist. Nail de la beauty, meaning fuck beauty. You know, that's my thing. And green's cool too, Jamie. Green's cool too. You just watched it? Yeah. So, yeah, she did drag her. But she also, I found, didn't really add anything new. And I'm not going to blame the Sovereign for that because here it is the thing. There's really nothing much to add about Charlie. There's really nothing much to add. It's the same old, same old. She goes on Twitter. She comes with a live or a premiere or an hour-long premiere, and then she's off YouTube for a month. And other than that, she's on Twitter 24/7. Hey, Gothic Glitter. Yes, we like purple. Good to see you here, Gothic Glitter. Yeah, so, yeah, good to see you here. So, anyways, does anybody want us, do we want to react to part of the Sovereign's video? Do we want to? Do you want me to play it? Do you want me to play it, or at least part of it? We've already been on for an hour. Yeah, good to see you, Death Valley. You know, this is the one time I'm happy Chantal was lying her ass off. Yeah, exactly. Death Valley. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. She didn't do those hardcore drugs anyway. Just her way of controlling the narrative, and it backfired just a tad. I never believed that she did those hardcore drugs, to be honest, Death Valley. I never believed that she did, and I believed it was her way of trolling. Not a nice way to troll, not a good way to troll, not even an entertaining way to troll. But yeah, I never believed it was for real either. How many comebacks can she have? Charging her members for nothing. Yeah, there's that. She doesn't offer anything to her channel members. You like the Sovereign's video, Lally? Yeah. But Jamie, yes, you have a point. What is she offering over at her place? Is she even offering emojis? Like custom emojis the members can use in chat in the comment section? I don't know. I mean, for $1.99, I offer quite a bit. I offer because I wanted to keep channel memberships affordable, because I know much of my audience are not wealthy, and I wanted to keep it affordable, you know. But I think I offer quite a bit. I offer, like, there are times I've had to cancel the weekly members chat, but I do my best to commit to it every week. The weekly members only chat. You get the emojis, you know, and you get access to my room. If Amber skipped the members chat, she would get shit for it. Exactly, Jamie. She would. She would. So would Chantal. Although Chantal, all of Chantal's chats are members only in the chats these days. All of Chantal's streams, they're all members only now. So, yeah. Like, she's over greater, the best way. I think we're all going to remember that, Death Valley. You want to watch part of it, Michelle? Okay. She offers live stream where members get the privilege of giving her more money. You know, I kind of understand that, why Chantal and Amber would do channel membership. Like last night and 2 nights ago, I stopped by. I'm not a channel member, so I can't interact. I'm not planning to get a channel membership with Chantal at this time either. Again, it's not because I don't like her. I actually do like her. I'm just not wild about the whole Dom thing, even if she did troll about the drugs. I'm just not wild about the whole Dom thing. In all honesty, I miss Chantal's cooking shows. I miss her time warp videos. And a lot, you know, and a lot of her story time. I mean, yeah, the stories may not be true, but hell, I thought she was entertaining. Sure. But anyways, like I said, one thing I've noticed about Chantal's, I have not watched an Amber Lynn live, but if it's anything like Chantal's, there are a lot of trolls that are actually paying $4.99 a month. Trolls just for the privilege of trolling her. You know, and here I was thinking having weekly members only chats, you know, would deter the trolls. But, you know, they're paying $4.99. And I hear there are trolls actually paying Amber Lynn's more expensive $7.99 per month chats. Trolls, just for the privilege of trolling her. Aye, super chats. No, I hear you, Lily. I hear you. I miss her videos too, Jamie, like I said. That's why I'm not taking a membership with Chantal at this time. You know, I would like to see those, you know. I'd like to see the cook bang, like the cooking shows. I like her storytellings with Pete's. I love the time warp videos. The, you know, a lot of trouble goes into that. Detail goes into that. I miss that. Yeah, gotta say this. Yeah, she does have panache. She does. I also like the choking on the dust line. That's a funny one too. Yeah. Exactly. And they say some horrible things in her chat. Exactly, Gothic. They do. They pay just to say horrible shit to her. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would you? I mean, already it's incomprehensible that you would watch and react to a woman you supposedly can't stand and think is just the evilest person on the planet. But to actually pay just to hurl insults and trolling comments in the chat, that's mind-boggling to me. Oh, in ALR's chat. No, I haven't been. Yeah, I like their blogs too, Jamie. Yeah. You still have your wrench, not sure how to give it back without being mean, but want no part of it. Just don't show up, Death Valley. That's the best thing you can do. Just don't show up. Yeah. The crap Amber and Chantal put up with, I have no problem with them having membership or lives. No, me either, Lily. Me either. You know, it's unbelievable, but they have so much more grace than the heifers who watch her. And I'm going to agree with that, Lily. Exactly. Anyway, some people have said they want to watch at least a bit of the Sovereign's video. I do have it up now. I do have it up, so let's get it up and going. All right. Let's get it up and going. I may up the speed a bit. Let's see how fast she talks. I can't remember exactly what her cadence was. All right. The video is called Charlie Gold Returns to Fat Shame the Mirror. I like that title. I know a lot of people don't like the Sovereign either for other reasons, and that's fine too. That's fine too. Yep, I've gone AWOL. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best you can do. Michelle, I'm glad you're listening. Thank you. At least they are providing content for members, unlike some creators. Exactly. Thank you, Jamie. Exactly. Exactly. All right, here we go. All right. We see Alan Roberts, the Mr. Clean lookalike. The Mr. Clean lookalike. I can't resist. I know, I'm mean, I'm nasty. But honestly, everything about Alan Roberts rubs me the wrong way. Everything. All right. But we're not going to see him for long, okay? Rest assured, we're not going to see old Alan Roberts for long. All right, here we go.
So good. Such a benefit. Like here's somebody that like literally is portraying themselves as an influence. Like she is paid to influence people. Get a grip, people. Like I mean, I find it both.
Is it all coming back to you? Live stream for mental health, where Chuck Gold kind of did some questionable things regarding the charity that the super chats were supposed to go to. It's all coming back to us. Yeah.
Your channels have grown, and Charlie, your channel's grown up. I think you're both doing a great job. There's some responsibility with having people listen to you. You know?
Yes. Somebody has to be responsible for knocking Amber Lynn Reed. Let's fast forward this a bit. Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am the Sovereign, and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, hello. Please consider.
Kind of like the necklace. Don't like the wig. I think I liked her better when she was wearing the brunette wig or the brunette wigs. But anyways, her channel, she does what she wants.
Hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom. Before we jump right into business, I want to give some acknowledgments to the newest members of our coterie because I do have titles and nobility here in the kingdom. So okay. I would like to say hello to Callie.
Okay, let's fast forward. She's just doing a roll call of her patrons.
But now that we have come to a very brief conclusion within the pageant world, it is time for me to check in on some of the subjects that I had let pass almost a year ago at this point, namely the haydurnation. Yes, this is the very long-awaited return to the subject, and thank you to Fad and several of you in my kingdom.
You know, like her or dislike her, the Sovereign, like her or dislike her? You notice that Callie or charliegold have never dared to try to react to her every time she goes out, every time she went after them. Never noticed that? Coming to you in the chat now. The necklace gives me Egyptian vibes. I don't know if that was intentional or subtle shade. Good question, Deb Valley. I don't know. Wow, it is a look, Deb. Alan Roberts is a vascular prick. Yes, Deb Valley, he is. At least they are providing. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Yeah, they are providing. Alan Roberts used to be interesting, but he just posts the same videos over and over with a different title, basically, and he is leaning into his rude persona too much. Well, I think his channel started going downhill when he started being a COVID conspiracy theorist. Started like saying it was not real, and now he says only fat people get COVID, and only fat people are spreading COVID. And it's usually, yeah, insert the title of another fat woman in his videos, and voila, you got an Alan Roberts video. Just insert the title of an overweight woman, Instagrammer or YouTuber, and you've got an Alan Roberts video. Exactly. Okay, let's go.
Discord who have been coming and letting me know things have been going down. I have been purposefully avoiding the subject because number one, y'all are just not that interesting. Like they're just not that interesting. But
I'll give her that. Although once in a while they do something so completely ridiculous or outrageous or egregious that I have to talk about them. And those of you who've been following me for some time know this. Gang lighter. Okay.
My focus has been on the queens. But I have been notified of charliegold's return to YouTube. For those of you who are unaware of the monument.
Okay, so you can be forgiven because you don't usually cover drama, the haydurnation. You mostly cover the beauty pageant circuit. So you can be forgiven for this. But charliegold, like I said earlier in this stream, she always makes a comeback. She makes her so-called comeback, then she leaves, comes back about a month or so later, leaves, comes back a month or so later, wash, rinse, repeat.
Mental situation that Charlie got herself into. Let me just let you know how ridiculous this all is. Super brief run through. Like I said, I do have a playlist, so you can go check the playlist if you want to watch full through my history with this subject or this person, or you can check in the description box below. There is a link.
Yeah, I like that old wig better. Honestly, I do.
Video to all of the knowledge and context of who Charlie is and why people have an issue with her. It's all there, so I got you covered. But here's your brief run through. charliegold is an admittedly obese YouTuber who likes to make fun of other obese YouTubers on the platform, and specifically only two people. Her entire channel is built on the backs of literally bullying two obese women. Like there's no
argument there. Yeah.
Their way to describe it, and you can think that I'm exaggerating. I'm not. But click the link in the description box or go check the playlist because it's horrendous. Here's an example.
She's a pig. She is a pig. And people get so upset that I call her a pig. She's a pig. I wonder if she went blind if she thinks
Okay,
see, that's gross.
She means she just finished her bath. That's how she is. She's honestly just a Michelin.
See, here's the thing. She just finished her bath. Yeah. And that is constructive how?
Yeah, and refrigerator cross.
Yeah. So are you.
Why are people snagging this $89 portable AC? I recently...
Okay, we'll skip through the ad, but has anybody ever tried or bought one of those little portable ACs? I was wondering about getting one for the bedroom.
I discovered how to refrigerate any room in my house in under...
She's a bitter, bitter pig.
So are you. It takes one to know one, don't it?
Charlie has always made it seem like she is the better version
of
these people. And she has been consistently and constantly challenging Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty to like different challenges. Amber. She loves to pick on Amber, even though lately it's been Foodie Beauty. Traditionally, it's been Amber. She has challenged Amber not once, but twice to a weight loss challenge, saying Amber should take the weight loss challenge. We can donate to charity, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we know. We know how that ended, don't we?
The latest challenge that Charlie implemented for herself was that she would be 220 pounds by the end of the year 2020. Otherwise, she would delete.
I did a parody New Year's Eve. Wasn't a live stream. It was a short upload of about 5 minutes, give or take. If anybody, I can put that link, even though it has some holiday seasoning undertones to that video. I'll link that video if anybody's interested in seeing it. It's called "I'm Not Deleting My Channel, Bitches." Yeah. And I came up with a storyline. I came up with a cute little storyline. You'll all love it.
Her channel. She challenged herself to that in, I don't know, June or May or something of 2020. She said 220 pounds by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now, further on in the year, she had done this video where she said, I am no longer going to discuss my weight loss on the channel. I don't no longer want to be a weight loss channel, whatever. She got rid of the whole weight thing, even though she wants to talk about other people's weight. But at the time, I was still paying a bit of attention to the Hater Nation. Charlie actually did say she was still going to stick to her 220-pound weight loss challenge. She was not backing down on that. She said she was going to continue on with it. I just wanted to see if Charlie would hold on to her end of the bargain. She's not, and she.
Well, I think we all saw that coming, honestly. You know, I mean, Belinda over at Hater Nation News, for instance, she did her own, she did a special intro, you know, like a clock ticking with the countdown and all that. Oh, of course, you know, including yours truly, we all wanted to at least hold her accountable for that. But I think we all saw it coming.
She didn't, but whatever. You know, I'm like, let's just see what happens at the end of the year, right? Let's just see what happens at the end of the year. So end of the year comes, nothing happens. Nothing happens. There's no weigh-in, there's no weight loss. And in fact, Charlie got on Twitter and admitted to not meeting her goal of 220 pounds.
Yep, true.
But also letting the public know that she would not, once again, be following through on her end of the deal.
Oh, yeah, we all saw that coming. Let me move it. I'm going to move it a bit. Let's get it moving. It's moving a bit. Oh my, okay, here we go.
First, how much of this video did you just use Chantal's blatant Are you freaking... Oh my God, I'm fast forwarding. We're at 8 minutes in, and it's still nothing but Chantal. No, I'm at 10 minutes in, and it's still nothing but Chantal.
Vous avez les dents
Hang on.
et vos gencives saignent. Nos
Hang
sont d'une sensibilité.
Yeah, I'm cheap. I don't have YouTube Premium.
The wives and
Oh, come
girlfriends
on.
of footballers come from
The
incredibly
non-skippable.
diverse range of backgrounds.
You gotta be kidding me.
I love her expression. You know, she said, but right before she says, you got to be kidding me. She's doing a countdown, as you can see.
11 minutes. So 12 minutes in, 11 minutes and 45 seconds in, Charlie shows her face.
Remember when Belinda, Hater Nation News, I think the video is still up on her channel. She took one for the team and she edited down one of Charlie Gold's reactions. It was, I think it was like a 35 or 40 minute video Charlie did reacting to a Chantal 20-minute video. And Belinda edited out all the dead air, like Charlie's dead air, where Charlie's just sitting there scowling at the screen. And she edited it all out and only kept, you know, any of Charlie's dialogue. And Charlie's dialogue in a 35, 40-minute video was broken down to 5 or 6 minutes. It's broken down to 5 or 6 minutes. I think Belinda still has that up on her channel. Coming to you in the chat. Yeah. Chuck wishes she could be the sovereign. This is going to sting me. I was wondering if they work too. I was thinking about getting one of those little ACs as well, Fedora. Not sure how well they work. I'm not sure either, Death Valley. The only reason I was thinking about getting one for my bedroom is because the electrical here in this building is so terrible that getting a second AC unit, okay, is going to definitely cause a short, like a second window unit is going to cause a short. The one window unit I do have is in my living room because that's where I spend the most time. And I just have a couple of fans in my bedroom. And here's the thing. The electrical is done so badly here. No, I'm going to tell you. The electrical is done so badly here that, okay, for not to have a short, the air conditioner, if I plug it in the living room in a socket, plug socket in the living room, I kid you not, it causes a short. It does. It causes a short. Causes the circuit to break. So what I had to do is I had to get a super long, like a 25-foot extension cord. No, 50 feet, sorry. I got to get a 50-feet extension cord and plug that into the bathroom. You know, I had to plug it in the bathroom. That is the only way to not get a short. So imagine I cannot put a second AC unit in my bedroom because the bedroom and the living room are on the same circuit. Yes. At least she puts effort into her look before camming up. Yes, she does, Deb. Yes, she does. She does. I like how her chandelier looks. Looks like she's wearing a crown still. The aesthetic work. It does. It works for her. For Sovereign, for the type of channel that she runs, it does work for her. Yeah. French ad. Yeah, I get French ads here. Exactly. Oh, parle français. Yeah. Love the countdown. Yeah, exactly. I like how she remarks on Chuck, just showing the tips of her shoulders. Iceberging, what we call iceberging the camera, yeah. I remember that one, Charlie barely spoke. Yeah, Belinda had broken it down. Michelle R., French-Canadian advert, yeah, and I get a lot of them. Michelle, Death Valley, okay, the irony right now. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Look at her expression.
Oh, you are shitty. I don't care about Chantal. I don't even understand.
I gotta say, the Sovereign's expression there is priceless.
Then why you guys care about Chantal? Like, let this woman live her life.
Yeah.
So tell them why you're really mad. Tell them why you're really taking a break. But when you take that break and you...
That was for a referral to Amber Lynn Reed way back when, just to keep everything straight.
Come back, you better come back smaller. Because if you come back the same big, fat, sodium-filled whale that you are, no one will feel bad for you.
Well, here's the thing. You keep coming back the same sodium-filled, big, fat, sodium-filled whale that you are, and I don't feel bad for you. Had to get it out of my system. I'm sorry for getting nasty like that. Had to get it out of my system. Oh!
Not even me. I'm back. I'm so tired. I'm so mad she sat here and gaslit everybody like that.
Oh, like you do?
Why are you back? No, you're not supposed to be back. You're supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
This is a non-existent channel. This is a ghost channel, Charlie. This channel not supposed to be here, Charlie. Are you a ghost? Are you a figment of my imagination? You better be.
Oh, no, she's real. No, she real. We got to deal with that girl.
I can't believe it.
Re-edit this the day of upload.
Uh-huh.
I didn't take into consideration how long these live streams were, or how long I reacted for.
You have no reaction. You didn't react for very long, Charlie. Let's be honest.
And it's true, isn't it? I mean, that's what a reaction is. A few nasty comments and some hurling some name calling. But the rest of it is dead air where she sits there scowling at Chantal or Amber Lynn. That's all it is. And that's what you got at Charlie Gold video. Hell, you got duped. People like Obese to Beast and Alan Roberts. You both got duped. How does that feel?
Probably splitting the live streams up into 2 parts.
Who cares?
Split it into 2 parts so she can get more content. I can't.
More content, more views, more watch time.
I'm happy I keep this on my table
Because I'm not going anywhere.
God, that smirk. Charlie, that smirk that Chuck had always has.
Because I'm not going anywhere. Because I'm not going to follow through on my words. Because I can't keep to a challenge myself. Because I'm
Ain't that the truth?
a bloody hypocrite. Like, that's what that means. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. I think she knows her time is running out with these constant excuses, and this is like her final thing. But the thing is,
Yeah, I like that. Can you see the caption below? Charlie talking about herself. And we've always said this. This is projection. This is projection.
no one's mad she's getting off of YouTube. This girl didn't put out quality content. No one is upset she's getting off of YouTube.
Whether or not that was quality content, it was making her coin. It was getting her the views. And it was her own content. For better or worse, it was her own content. Chuck, are you jealous much?
No one's chasing her. No one's gonna do that. Where we'd be upset is when
Oh, no, and here's the thing, and I have often seen this. When Amber Lynn's gone for even a couple of days, you know, when Amber Lynn doesn't upload for a couple of days, how often do we see the haters putting up a video or they're up on Twitter? Where's Amber? Where's Amber? Is she still alive? Oh.
she comes back, because she won't come back. She has no skills. She'll have to come back. When she comes
And
back,
what are your skills, Chuck? What are your skills?
if she comes back just to sit, that's where people will get mad.
Tips are to yourself, that you delete your channel, if you didn't reach your weight loss goal, never true. Am I gonna delete the channel? No. Should that be
Liar.
criticized? Absolutely. Did I
More than that. No. We're not going to pause. No. Should I be criticized for that? Criticism. This is what Charlie doesn't understand. Okay, let me. This is why Charlie doesn't know how to do her job.
Yeah, her job.
Criticism does not mean that it is devoid of respect. You can give criticism respectfully.
Yep, you can. It can be done. But in the case of Chantal and Amber Lynn, the problem is they've had so many insults hurled and thrown at them, like comments like what Charlie Gold throws out, that it gets to a point you're not even going to be receptive to constructive criticism, and you're probably not even going to be able to tell the difference. And honestly, I think that's what happened with Chantal and Amber Lynn, but that's just my opinion. Just my opinion.
My channel is chock full of criticism. I talk about pageants, which
Yep.
is a sport. That is a competition.
Like I said, pageants are not my cup of tea, so I do not watch or follow her pageant content. It's not my cup of tea, but okay.
So I criticize the girls in the context of the competition, but I don't disrespect them. I don't call them fat. I don't call them ugly. I don't do that. I poke fun every now and then, but it's not.
To be honest, I don't see the Sovereign doing that either. I don't see her doing that. I think at the end of the day, Sovereign wants to see people living the best lives they can at the end of the day. I'm coming to you in the chat. Coming into the chat. Dumbfounded at the audacity of plain content thievery. Exactly. Charlie prophesizing about herself like Isaiah in the Bible. CG came back the same size, of not bigger than before. I think she's bigger, honestly, Lily. I think she's bigger. Michelle, Eric Cook, no one cares. I gotta get that clip. If someone can DM me that clip, I would greatly appreciate it. If anyone cares to do so, yeah. Oh, she got mugshot hair. She got mugshot hair there. LOL and blending issues. Oh dear. This is a valid point she makes about criticism. Absolutely, Death Valley. Death Valley, I love the Sovereign's bit on criticism. It is on point, Lely and Death Valley. It is on point. A critique is meant to be fair and objective, not a personal hate-filled rant. Yeah, exactly. Charlie definitely gained weight. Yeah, I think so too, Jamie. Death Valley, a critique is meant to be fair and objective, not a personal filled hate rant. And this is why somebody like Charlie Gold is not equipped to critique somebody like Chantal or like Amber Lynn Reed. Not just because she can't do better herself. I mean, that's a very big part of it. Don't get me wrong. That's a very big part of it. But the other reason why she's ill-equipped, because it is obvious that Charlie Gold has such hatred, such disdain for these two women. She can't be unbiased. She cannot be unbiased. Exactly. All right.
Light-hearted fun or whatnot. I do not degrade them. Giving criticism does not mean you also have to include the disrespect portion of it. That's not what criticism is.
She's right.
Charlie's saying I deserve criticism. No, boo-boo.
She's right. I have no argument there.
You do not deserve criticism because criticism mandates a certain level of respect.
Yep.
You deserve to be dragged.
Yeah.
You deserve to be dragged directly over a cheese.
Ah, there it is. There it is. The cheese grater. Yeah.
That's what you deserve. There should be no respect. Did you give any respect to Chantal
Nope.
or Amberlynn?
Nope.
Where's their apology? Because you have
Yep.
now done worse than what they have done
Yep.
when it comes to lying to their audience or being a hypocrite or like all that.
And yet, Charlie Gould's audience just don't see it. They just don't see it.
Stuff on top of monetizing their addiction, which you do yourself. So criticism, they deserve. You deserve to be dragged. And you're gonna be. I would have given Charlie her cookies. I would have given Charlie her applause, her accolades, had she actually followed through with what she said she was gonna do. Did I expect her to? No, because I've been saying from jump that she's a liar. I've been saying that. I used to have hope
I think we all saw it coming. Yeah.
for Charlie. I used to have hope for Charlie. But Charlie don't even have hope for herself at this point. And I wouldn't have an issue with her if she didn't focus all her evil, vicious attention on just dragging two women. Stop calling it criticism, Charlie. I'm going to need you to stop calling what you do criticism, because number one, what you do is not criticism. But number two, what you about to get.
Because even if she were to offer fair critique or even attempt, I'm not talking about the sovereign here, but Charlie Gold, if she were to offer a fair critique to Chantal or Amberlynn's failed yo-yo diet cycling, she's not in a position to do so because Charlie is obviously in the same boat. She's gained weight, okay? And like not only she's not lost it, she's gained it. She's in the same boat. She may not come on camera and eat a meal and do a mukbang, but she's doing it behind the camera.
It is not criticism. It is a thorough act to drag you because you deserve it. You have earned it. This is your trophy. Congratulations.
Do I feel I have right to still react to the treatments I react to? Absolutely.
You still.
No, you do not, dear. You do not. I don't know why you think it's your God-given right.
Have a right to react to the train wrecks you react to. You're one of the train wrecks that need to be
Thank you.
react to yourself. If you are going
Thank you, girlfriend.
to react to Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Reed, you are obligated to also react to Charlie Gold.
Yep.
You are, because she is absolutely no different.
And that's the thing about Hater Nation. Why don't they react to Charlie Gold? We know that Ms. Hussey, back in the early days when he had his first channel before it was struck, the Ms. Glory Gloria channel, he did videos going after Charlie Gold. He went after her hard, too. Until Chucky Gold bought his loyalty. And then they became sort of, I don't know. I don't even know.
The audacity to sit up here calling these people train wrecks when I started talking about Charlie a year ago, just over a year ago. She looks no different.
Nope.
She looks no different.
In fact, arguably, we just talked about this. Jamie said so. Jamie in the chat just said so. She gained weight. Arguably, she gained weight.
So where are you pulling this train from? If they are train wrecks, you are on the train. You are the conductor.
Yep,
Choo choo
thank
on
you.
the board. Y'all all in the same train
Choo-choo.
together.
Choo-choo. I think I could. I think I can. I think I can. Anybody remember the little engine that could? Yeah. Okay.
Your caboose is attached. Because I can. You can also get dragged. You see how she has no legitimate excuse
Nope.
for her behavior?
Nope.
She has no legitimate excuse. There's nothing she can say. She knows there's nothing she can say. She lied to her audience. Everybody. The public. She can't even say that she's any different from Chantal or Amber.
No, she can't.
She can't. The only thing that she can sit up here and say is, I'm going to do what I do because I can.
Yeah, that's basically what she says. She's going to do because I can. That's her thing.
Because literally there's no other justification.
She will forever be appreciated in some sense on my channel because she is the content that keeps on giving.
Chantal is the content that allows you to be lazy, Charlie.
Yep.
Chantal allows Charlie to just be lazy. Because, see, this is the thing when it comes to criticizing Amber and Chantal. Both of those content creators still do more with their content than Charlie does.
And that's what I talked about. That's what I mentioned earlier, isn't it? for better or worse, you may not like the content that Chantal and Amberlynn do, and that's fair. That is definitely a fair assessment. But one thing we cannot say is that it's not their original content, because it is. That's the one thing we cannot say.
Charlie sits up here looking like a floating head because she doesn't want to show more than the tips of her shoulders, while Amber and Chantal video their lives and their actions, their food, their shopping, their meals, their thoughts. They change their content. They do stuff with their content. Charlie just, her head just floats here and says 5 words in a 40-minute video.
I wonder if she watched. I wonder if the Sovereign caught Belinda's edit down video.
And that allows her to just be lazy. Like, that's why she says it's the content that keeps on giving. It's because it requires not much of it. She doesn't do much. She just has to attempt to do a face of makeup and then sit there. I don't even do that. In fact, lately I haven't even put my face on camera because I'll admit I'm feeling lazy these days myself. Well, not really lazy. It's because I have a lot of shit going on. But, you know, it's like to go on camera, I'll be honest, and I've mentioned this too. Many of you know I don't have my upper teeth anymore. I wear a denture. I have a full upper arch denture. But it is uncomfortable for me most of the time. It hurts. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. And it makes me, and it nauseates me. On days when I'm not feeling well, it nauseates me. So I'd rather not be on camera without my denture. Okay, that is something. I was thinking about doing a parody, which might work better without my denture, and then I changed my mind. It's on hold. Yeah, it was supposed to be a parody of French Fried Girl, filling out her dating site profile. As I said, I was kind of inspired by Kiwi Farms. Except after she not only doxed my previous workplace, but she did say that she was in my neighborhood. And she and a friend called Whiplash on Twitter had threatened to, quote unquote, come and get me. I decided to put it on hold for now, you know. But that would have been a parody that probably would have worked best without my denture. And I think a lot of you might have gotten a kick out of it, you know. Think, oh, it's part of the act, not wearing her denture. But otherwise, that's why lately you don't see me much on camera. For collabs, unless they're people like Pina who don't come on camera, for collabs I'll make the effort and try to wear everything. But anyways, that's my explanation. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm coming to you in the chat now. Coming to you in the chat. Hey, Lane, good to see you. Fix-It Fur, just like Belinda. Yes, we're the Fix-It sisters, Michelle. Uh-huh. So let me go back a bit into the chat. Yeah, that's a major issue I have with CG. She doesn't criticize, let alone use constructive criticism. She straight out bullies women like herself because she hates herself. Exactly, Lely. Precisely, Lely. We can all see it. The Sovereign can see it. It's only Chuck that lacks that insight. Well, it's not just Chuck that lacks that insight. So do her buddies. Like French Fried Girl, like DCmediagirl, like On Program Situation, like Michael B. Petty. Yeah, and so many others. Chuck's ego won't allow her to see the truth. Death Valley, she is so convinced she is much better than Chantal or ALR. In fact, she is worse, mean, bitter, and no personality. Yeah, agreed there, Lely. Agreed. Chantal at least has personality. You got to give her that. Chantal has personality. Again, you're free to not like it. It may not be your cup of tea, but she does have personality. I completely agree with you, Lely. She has a smugness that is not only not deserved, but she looks damn near ridiculous. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you, Jamie. She's Jane. Deb, but let's get some full body shots. Deb, somehow I don't think those are going to be forthcoming. So I think we'll just have to. Yeah, I don't think those are forthcoming. We're going to end up waiting forever, Deb. To be honest, most of us have gained, but it's the point. Exactly. You know, I mean, with the pandemic, we've all been confined. It would be normal, you know, with varying lockdown laws, depending which jurisdiction you're living in. Yeah, you know, it is fair. Yeah, it is a fair point, Jamie. CG reminds me of my kid.
when they have a quarrel with their friends and they are totally convinced they did absolutely nothing to cause the fight. Fingers in ears. La 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 la, can't hear you. Oh, I'm thinking about that 1965 tune from Manfred Mann. 1965, do what diddy diddy do. Yeah, anybody know that one? Do what diddy diddy do. Shuck disarms her enemies with an olive branch of clout, reels them in, because she knows deep friends close and enemies closer. Yeah, right on Death Valley. Also, she made fun of Dom's teeth, but Charlie has messed up teeth. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Who cares about his teeth? Surely, from everything what we've learned about Dom, we know he's not exactly the cat. Not exactly the cat's meow. We know there's a lot of things wrong with him, okay? And why someone like myself, for instance, would run for the hills at a guy like him. I mean, if a guy can go around, sending his dick pics and keeping up his dating site profile, there's just enough to go after him for. Like, why for the teeth? It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of for the teeth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like FFG, why did her channel blow up? Foodie Beauty. They don't give a fuck about Foodie Beauty. They don't give a fuck about FFG. No, they don't, Jamie. They don't. ALR and Chantal do more with their videos. Sovereign bringing the rain with that comment. I actually clapped when she said this. Yeah, exactly. Please do that. You want to see me do that, Lane? The parody you're talking about without my... Okay, yeah. It's on hold. I'm not saying no forever, Lane. I'm not saying no forever. But for now, with that, after what happened, yeah. Fix-it-in her, just like Belinda, yeah. We're the Fix-it-in sisters, Michelle. My husband is the same with his denture and only puts it in when he absolutely has to. Yeah, exactly. Trust me. I don't know if any of you in the chat have to go through the same thing. Even a partial denture. Before I lost my upper front teeth, I had partials, for the back teeth. And I hated wearing that too. It was uncomfortable as hell. And no, I hated it. And it made me nauseous too. The only way I can watch FFG is if watching with Fedora, Peanut, or Negs. I'm not heading over to her channel to punish myself. Otherwise, we might have gained some weight, but we aren't cammed up critiquing other women about their insecurities. Exactly, Deb. Exactly. All right, let's move on. Let's soldier forward.
This baffles me how you can sit there and understanding Chantal and Amber have issues. Like, they do, as people. They do, as content creators. They have issues.
That's true, they do. But you know what? I think we all have our issues. At the end of the day, we all have issues. And especially those, it's been said, and I agree with this, and it's said, I heard this from, what was it, the True Geordie podcast, I think it was. I think it was the True Geordie podcast that said that most of us on the YouTube platform, not everybody, okay, I'm just going to make a blanket statement, whether, okay, if it resonates with you, good. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But as content creator, YouTube content creators, no matter what domain they're in, I suppose, what niche they're in, I think overall we are societal misfits. We are total and complete societal misfits. Again, this is not for everybody. And, like I said, if it resonates with you, good. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But I think a lot of us remember it, when True Geordie said it. Yeah, a lot of us. I know I am. I own that shit. I am a societal misfit. Always have been. I own that shit.
But they still do more than Charlie does herself.
Yes, they do.
Charlie's videos look exactly the same.
Yep.
She damn near says the same thing in all videos. Her backtrack.
Yeah, just basically the name and the insults that change every so often.
Never change. Her attitude never changes. Her face never changes. Like, if it wasn't for me being so thoroughly knowledgeable about her lack of personality, I would think her face was full of Botox because it doesn't change.
I just had a DCmediagirl thought here. We know how DCmediagirl loves her Botox. And her face does change. More often than not, she gets this little sinister little smirk too. Oh my God.
I just don't understand the condescension. Because as a person, Charlie is exactly the same as Chantal and Amber. But as a content creator, she's leagues worse.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of deleted live streams. Yes, I have a copy of pretty much all of them. I'll be reacting to most.
Well, ain't that special, Charlie Gold? Ain't that special? Oh, I bet you will. I bet you will.
She's over here like, I'll get through them. I'll get through these super long, extra long live streams. Charlie, babe, boo-boo.
Boo-boo.
Number one, you need to stop lying to yourself and admit that you are Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty's #1 fan.
Yeah.
You are #1 fan.
Oh, not only is she a fan, but Chantal and Amber Lynn are your employer. They sign your paycheck. They sign your paycheck. Not you, Sovereign. Not you. But Charlie Gold, yes, they sign your paycheck.
Number one, I would not spend an hour watching Charlie Gold live streams. I couldn't. The personality is too dry. I would choke on the dust. I could not do
I would
it.
choke on dust. I would choke on dust. I can't sit through a whole Charlie Gold video either. Not just because of the nastiness makes me want to break things. Literally. We can't have that. We can't have that. But also because she bores me to tears. She's boring and she doesn't have personality. People are, and she realized that people are not coming to her for a weight loss journey. They're not coming to her for a vlog. They're coming to her for her goddamn nastiness so they can all feel better for themselves.
My spirit, my attention span, like I would just collapse. So number one, you need to admit that you're their #1 fan, okay?
Yep.
It makes no sense. Like I talk about pageant queens all the time, but I make no secret of my love for the girls. Like that's why I talk about them all the time. I love what they do. I like hearing them talk. I like seeing their outfits. I like seeing their walks. I admit that I am a super pageant fan.
Well, of course, you'd have to be if you were running because most, I think about 80% of her content is pageant, beauty pageant stuff, the beauty pageant circuit. So yeah, obviously, but I do get the gist of what she's saying there, I mean, take Callie, for instance. Callie likes to scream that Chantal is racist, right? But you're watching, sitting there reacting and making money off a racist.
You need to admit that you are a super Foodie Beauty Amber Lynn Reed fan. Like
Yep.
you love their channels. You
Yep.
are up in their channels. You watch everything.
Mhm.
You're a fan, as I said previously. Fan.
And how they nitpick at every detail, not just her, but we've seen it, with Michael B. Petty, with Zachary Michael. How they nitpick down to the last detail, like their earrings. Like they're wearing the wrong earrings with that outfit, or they're wearing their hair the wrong way, or the wrong shade of eyeshadow. Or the banana should be behind the paper towel and not in front of the paper towel. You get the idea.
And behavior.
To remind people that we're very different from this reaction from one person to the other, do what you want. At the same time, the way I see it on my end, who are you trying to convince? I don't get money for Spanish because you're going to take what you want away from me.
Let's fast forward it a bit.
People come to me begging me not to be like Charlie and not to fat shame.
Hang on. Yeah, I know I'm cheap. Oh. Unskippables.
Her or talk about her looks or her weight. People are terrified of anybody, any reactor, any person turning out like you. You are the epitome of toxicity that everyone is trying to avoid. So I would say the disclaimers are necessary. I'm sorry, I just can't with this. It's hilarious to me that Charlie can't take the hint that she's the embarrassment of the community. You not see why they're trying to distance themselves from you? You are.
That's the thing. She keeps hemorrhaging. Charlie Gold, she keeps hemorrhaging subscribers. Oh no, there is the core of haydurnation. They're always going to be there for the nastiness to feel better about themselves. But she is hemorrhaging subscribers. People have given up on Charlie a long time ago. And they're not there for her personality. And once they realize that she has no personality, well, they leave. Like anybody would. And yeah.
Embarrassing. And the messed up thing about Charlie's content is that the people that were going to her channel, because of the way Obese to Beast presented Charlie at the time, which I do not blame him for, because Charlie Gold at one point seemed like a decent human being. They presented her as someone who was aspiring to be better, someone who was aspiring to better her life.
And that's the thing. She was presented as a sympathetic character, as a would-be heroine, if you will, a protagonist. If any of you who are writers, you understand what I'm talking about. You know, a sympathetic protagonist. She comes off as back then, she sort of came off as the heroine. I've been morbidly obese my entire life. I've been bedridden. Of course, I don't know how much of that was true. But anyways, be that it's the story here that matters. Discerning what's true and what's not is a whole other can of worms. But it's the story itself. It comes off as sympathetic. We all want to root for somebody, you know. When we watch a video, particularly story time videos or somebody's vlogs, if we're going to be tuning into vlogs, we want somebody to root for. Or we read a novel, we want somebody to root for. Yeah. And Charlie Gold at that time appeared to be that person, but how quickly the tables have changed. She's just nothing more than the antagonist now.
And her health. And people who were on the same journey as Charlie went to her to get inspiration and watch her do that. They went to her because they wanted to inspire themselves to take that journey.
And that's why a lot of people might tune into a would-be weight loss channel, right? That's why they would
watch somebody else succeed. The jacked up thing is those people who wanted that inspiration were driven to a channel that continuously tears down people like themselves.
Yeah.
They were driven to a channel that routinely.
And I think that would be another reason why she would have been dropping subs. How many of those people, probably, you know, people who have been going through the yo-yo dieting cycle, sorry. How many of them, and they see Charlie Gold fat shaming and bullying and nitpicking at Amberlynn Reid and Chantal, whether they like Chantal or Amberlynn or not, that's a whole other thing. But they might think, hell, she's picking on me. She's picking on me. You know? It's actually what I always thought that was another appeal, you know, to something that people might find appealing about Amberlynn Reid or Chantal, or at least the older Chantal videos, pre-Dom, pre-Egyptian squeeze, appealing, because I think whether anybody would admit it or not, I think a lot of people see themselves in them, whether they're overweight or not. I think a lot of people see themselves, or at least a little tiny bit of themselves, in Amberlynn or Chantal. I know I do, and that's why I'm on this side of the fence. Because I can relate to Amberlynn and Chantal's experience, not just with weight, but hell, with life in general, with mental health, with, you know, medical issues, dealing with how society views us. You know, I can. That's why I'm on this side of the aisle. And I've never been shy to admit that. Yeah.
Eviscerates people who are striving for the betterment of their lives or better health. These people who wanted someone who was going to uplift them and inspire them was basically driven into a trap for someone who was going to abuse and debase them. That's the thing. And I don't understand why Charlie doesn't see that, doesn't understand that. You can
because she has people who validate her still, the likes of, like I said, DCmediagirl, the likes of Yaba. They all relate to her.
Bad things about Chantal in her kitchen. First of all, is Chantal even trying to lose weight? That's my thing. That's another thing. Is Chantal on a weight loss journey? Because I don't think so. I think Chantal is perfectly happy being in her kitchen, living in her kitchen, eating whatever the hell she wants. So what is the point of them making fun of this woman who's perfectly happy and content doing what she wants? What is the purpose?
Yeah, and I think on Instagram she did have, Chantal on Instagram says she's an unapologetic fat woman. And I think when she first came on the scene, several years back before Reaction Channel's founder, before there was a Hater Nation. I think Chantal was a confident woman, a self-confident woman. She started off as lifestyle, doing mukbangs, doing makeup, talking about her life. She was with BB at the time. She had already been established in ensconced in a long-term relationship with BB at the time. And her channel was growing. Life was good. Life was pretty good to her. Yeah.
But beyond that, you're putting down Chantal. Are you not thinking that the people in your channel, in your world, watching your videos, who were driven to you by fitness-oriented channels, people who likely wanted to better their lives, were driven to your channel, who are in the same situation and state as Chantal and Amber? You're not thinking about how they feel watching you put down these women when they're...
And that's what I just said. You know, they probably felt they were insulting, while Charlie Gold is hurling her drive-by insults at Chantal and Amber Lynn. They probably had, they probably felt hurt too. It's like, wait a minute. They probably felt, wait a minute, that's us.
They're exactly in the same situation as Chantal and Amber, and you yourself are. Because Charlie likes to pretend like she's not doing what Chantal and Amber. Just because Chantal and Amber do it publicly and Charlie doesn't, Charlie is no different. Like I said, Charlie looks no different. So you cannot tell me that there haven't been some behind-the-scenes, long-winded, midnight kitchen binges on your part, Charlie. You cannot sit in front of me and tell me you've been doing everything you're supposed to be doing. I remember there was a video where I did a reaction on Charlie Gold herself, where she got on, it was the shrimp binge, whatever thing.
Oh, God, yeah.
And Charlie was...
It was Doug Shrimpgate when Amber Lynn was sitting there eating just a shrimp platter. To be honest, before I went vegan, before I even went vegetarian, and if there's one thing I miss about being vegan, it's shrimp. I always had a love for shrimp. And, you sit there, you just eat a little crown of shrimp like that with nothing, nothing, like there's no main course or nothing on the side or nothing. It's not that filling. It's not that filling.
Nitpicking at Amber for eating an entire shrimp platter or some crap. And in the exact video where she's yelling at Amber about eating so many shrimp, I myself eat an entire shrimp platter.
Yep, she did. I remember that. Nobody went after notice how nobody went after the Sovereign for eating an entire shrimp platter on camera. Nobody went after her for that.
Because I think everybody watching this video can admit to a point in their lives or times in their lives where they're not completely healthy and they knock out an entire pizza.
Yep, I think we've all been there. No matter what size we are, we've all been there. Look, believe it or not, Oreos, for instance, Oreo cookies happen to be what we vegans like to refer to as accidentally vegan. They actually are vegan. No, there's no dairy, no eggs in Oreos. Go figure. But hell, they're so full of other chemicals that they're not healthy. Okay? But God help me, I love them. I love everything Oreo. Okay, with Oreo cookies. I like a cake with Oreos. I like my vegan ice cream with Oreos. But I can't buy a box of Oreos or a bag of Oreos here because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to sit down and eat the whole thing, the whole bloody thing, inside an hour. That's what's going to happen. But this just to say how, one way that I relate.
They knock out an entire can of Pringles. They knock out an entire pack of cookies. We all have done it.
Yep.
So she gets on them for stuff that me, you, and everybody else have done. And getting on somebody.
I'm coming to you in the chat now. Coming to you all in the chat now. Let's see. Coming to you in the chat. Hang on, going back. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Good to see you. Made an appearance, Christina. Going back. Yeah. Yeah, Gothic Glitter says, Death Valley, I can't watch FFG without wanting to put my fist through a screen. You and me both without wanting to break things either. FFG is obnoxious, absolutely true. Or many like Ontario. Shade, exactly. Hey, Michelle, exactly. Let's throw potatoes. Let's throw potatoes. I actually have a brand new 5-pound bag of potatoes. Maybe I'll start no, I'm not going to throw them. I'm not going to waste perfectly good food. I'm trying to do my best to not waste food. It's not always easy, but I'm trying my best. Yeah. Okay. Death Valley, potatoes are delicious. Don't throw them. Exactly, Michelle. Potatoes are delicious. Death Valley, whoa, slow your roll. As an Irish person, I cannot allow any talk of violence against potatoes. I'm half Irish myself, and yes, the Irish part of me does love my potatoes. I'm with you there, Lily. Yeah, Michelle, come on now. If I give you a dartboard with a picture of the gun on it and a sack of potatoes, you know you won't be able to stop yourself. Irish too, give my consent. Oh, you're Irish too. Right on, Death Valley. Choke on dust. Yeah, Deb. What's wrong with the good old tomato as ammo? Leave the innocent spuds alone. We'll throw tomatoes. We'll run another site, Rotten Tomatoes, the sequel. We all know Rotten Tomatoes that review movies. We'll put Rotten Tomatoes, the YouTube edition. And we'll call the channel Rotten Tomatoes YouTube edition. I like the tomato too. I'll just use the damn darts. Gothic. Lily, because potatoes are the kryptonite. How could you betray the poor innocent spuds? Only some of the reactors are honest about their love of ALR and FB. Alex's Shook milk tea comes to mind for me. Yeah, I know. I never had an issue with Alex's Shook, actually. You know, Alex's Shook is, he's not mean, he's not nasty. And his channel does pretty well, too. You know, it's on a slow and steady growth. Simple, they're harder than tomatoes. Okay, it's the texture aspect. We want something hard. Yeah. If it's the picture of her, I'm sure. Maybe if I saw an FFG video, I might change my mind, though. Raw potatoes are much harder than tomatoes, and by the sounds of it, FFG vid needs a proper smack. Charlie loses about 230 subs a week. Wow. Wow. I like tomatoes. I blame my Italian blood. Don't punish your eyes like that, Lily. Plus, there is a sense of poetic justice in French fry girl being slapped by a spud. Okay, I'm team throw the spuds now. Yay! Right on. Milk tea Lane. She gives me little English village girl vibes. Reads the Daily Mail, I bet. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Michelle, keep the tomatoes. I didn't want them in the first place. Lily, even raw potatoes don't deserve that disrespect. We knew channel wouldn't be getting deleted. We were rooting for it. Yes, we were. We were, Deb. We were. Yay, Lily. Spud Nation. Spud Nation. Mad Hatters. Spud Nation Mad Hatters. Throwing a spud at the spud. Death Valley, all right. More for me to make sauce. There you go. There you go. Lane, for sure. I agree. Especially her new backgrounds. Looks like an old English village. Does it really? I've never really watched. I'll be honest, I've never watched Milk Tea Reacts. Yeah, so I've never watched her. Gothic Glitter, I have been fully warned, so I will stay away. I've been out of the loop, but I've never warned off someone who so quickly as FFG. Better listen. Fedora is going to be like, what the fuck is all this chat with potatoes and tomatoes? This is good. Lily T had to deal with FFG firsthand. She is a vile human. She's a miserable excuse for a human being, Gothic. Michelle, the spider can take it. The spud will be victorious. It kept the whole country alive. It can handle one nasty troll. There you go. There you go. Yes, the Irish did persevere. Oh no, that sounds like an experience you never needed or wanted. Trisha Paytas has quit the frenemies. Breaking news for anyone interested in that. I used to cover Trisha Paytas over here on this channel. I've got Trisha Paytas videos if anyone's ever interested in watching them. But that's another one who's fast become a has-been. He's a has-been. I mean, she started her school of trolling. She made her channel and her reputation on trolling. Trolling and histrionics. Trolling, histrionics, and drama. But she hasn't really evolved now, has she? Trisha Paytas. She has not really evolved. Definitely, come to think of it, I usually find a way to talk about potatoes, so she may think, not this dish with her spuds again. Haha. There are not that many calories in shrimp. Nah, I never counted, Lane, to be honest. Seafood is low fat. Yeah, I never counted. FFG buys 11 containers of ice cream while high and nobody comes for. That's another thing, eh, Lane? In fact, if I remember, if memory serves me, people were super chatting her, telling her to go buy more ice cream. If anybody remembers, they were telling her to get more ice cream. Also, props to ALR for trolling hard on that whatever she eats on camera. The mukbangs trigger the reactors. It's a hustle, Lane. I've always said, like I said, I've never been a fan of Amber Lynn Reed's content. I don't hate her. I never had any hatred towards her. As a personality that I see on camera, I just find the content kind of boring and it's too slow moving for me. But, you know, no hatred for Amber Lynn. But I have to admit, ever since I first found Amber Lynn Reed's channel, she has always fascinated me. And maybe one day, another time, I will do another video talking about why she fascinates me. Yeah, why I find her so fascinating. Like, that's what I thought. I'm vegan and never had shrimp, but it was the healthiest thing ALR ate in a long time. Exactly. I'm a vegan too, Lely. Hey, Lely, there's these Irish YouTubers. They run a vegan cooking channel. The Pear Cafe or something like that. It's a pair of twins, Steve and Dave. They're on Instagram too. It's called the Pear Cafe, the Happy Pear Cafe. The Happy Pear Cafe, yeah. Yeah. I don't eat sea insects either, Jamie. Jamie, seafood tastes like how it smells to me. Yeah, not everybody likes seafood. I love it. If there's one thing about being vegan that I miss, it's seafood. Basically shrimp and scallops. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people have violent allergies to it. I don't eat sea insects either. Said by it. FFG went after me for 24 hours. I would gladly hit her with my tatties. Oh, God, she did she? Christina. Oh, she did. As soon as she read the first one, I actually said, here we go, out loud. The Happy Bear. They are from Bray and Wickford. Oh, so you know who they are, Lely. Okay. Yeah, that's a channel. If anybody's interested in vegan cooking channel with a couple of guys that actually have personality, like they're not just putting the recipe and cooking and showing the food at different angles, but they actually have personality. It's those twins, Steve and Dave, over there. Yeah. Wicklow. Oh, sorry, Wicklow. Bloody autocorrect. Where is Wickford anyway? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, let's go back.
Who doesn't want to lose weight? What is the point in that? What is the point? And to me, it just really seems like she uses Chantal and Amber as a way to create content because it's easy, but also keep the conversation off of herself. Because if the people watching her videos start looking at Charlie and start realizing Charlie is no different, in fact, very...
Well, I think that's also, you know, again, it goes to the lost, you know, she's hemorrhaging subs. And I think it goes to that. And I think a lot of people are seeing that, and that's why they're leaving. They're leaving her channel. They're unsubbing. But like I said, unfortunately, for the time being, she's got this core of haters like DCmediagirl, like Callie, like Michael B. Petty, who are going to remain latched onto her. They are going to remain latched onto her.
very much worse than Amber and Chantal. The whole wall comes crumbling down, as if it's not crumbling already. This downfall of hers started last year when people started to catch on that she was a raging hypocrite, which is why she has less subscribers than when I first encountered her a year ago. She can sit up here and lie to herself and her audience as much as she wants. But at the end of the day, especially in terms of YouTube content, Amber and Chantal is undeniably better than Charlie Gold. They are David.
And I'm going to agree with that. Yeah, and I've always said this. I'm going to agree with it.
Earth. They talk about themselves. They live Charlie's only purpose in life is to watch Amber Lynn and Pootie Beauty live there.
It is, isn't it? It's living vicariously. They do live vicariously through Chantal. They live vicariously through Amber Lynn Reed. You know what I mean? Like I said, like it or not, you know, Amber Lynn or Chantal, or you may not approve of the way they live their lives, and that's fair. That is fair. But they do their own content. They do their own thing. And that's one thing I don't think anyone can take away from them. Okay, come on.
And like I said, she really has no excuse for why she's doing this anymore, except for saying,
I don't mind the business that actually pays. She's one of them.
first of all,
And Amber Lynn is the other. I remember Charlie Gold said that. She was saying that about Chantal. She admits it. That's one piece of truth. She admits it. But here's the thing. If Social Blade is to be believed, and any, you know, Social Blade is open to everybody. Anybody can check. Just when you go to socialblade.com and put in the search parameter Charlie Gold, and voila, you're gonna find she is. I mean, when she first came out and started doing the Amber Lynn reactions, and her channel blew up, she was actually making Amber Lynn coin if Social Blade was to be believed. She was making the Amber Lynn type coin, but now she ain't. She hasn't for a very long time. She's never going to see that kind of coin again. That's reality. She's never going to see that coin again. So what is it really? It's not like she's not, if Social Blade is to be believed, she's not making the money, not even enough money to cover things like rent. All right, I know. We know she doesn't pay her rent. Okay. But she doesn't make enough to pay her bills.
her YouTube's not paying your bills. Let's not lie about that.
Yeah.
Her YouTube, if you guys didn't know, her YouTube channel does not get enough views
No,
to
exactly.
be paying her bills.
And not to mention, she's not uploading or going live that often. Maybe she comes on once a month, every 2 months. You know?
I can tell you that. So for those of you who are like, oh my God, she's forced to continue doing this content because this is the way that she lives, guarantee Charlie has a job. You can go on Social Blade.
Well, I don't think she has a job. I don't know. Maybe she's receiving SSI or welfare or whatever it's called in the state of Florida where she lives. Maybe she's on welfare. Maybe she. And I would never shame anybody on welfare. A lot of us have been there. A lot of us have hit hard times. If we've ever been on welfare or any kind of government aid, there is no shame to it. I know a lot of societal stigma goes into it, and that is one thing I'd like to see end, because the thing is, anybody can hit on hard times. I'm not going to shame it. But I think in the case of Charlie Gold, she's got to stop, because she usually, how often is she thrown out that Amber Lynn and Chantal should get jobs? Her and her friends have suggested that Chantal and Amber Lynn get jobs.
You right now, she's what, making 1,000 views a day or some crap? She's averaging around 2,000 views a day.
I would kill for 1,000 views a day. I would kill for 2,000 views a day.
If you didn't know, YouTubers get paid per 1,000 views.
That's right.
CPM for like the United States, which is her primary audience, which is very likely, it has a very high CPM. I'm going to be generous and say $6. $6 per 1,000 views. If you're getting 1,000,
That sounds about right. That's basic. That's on average what I get per 1,000 views. If I were to, when I look at my analytics, that's pretty much what I get.
1,000 views or 2,000 views a day. You're making $12 a day. She lives in Florida. Okay, she's not paying rent. So her saying, "Oh, I mind the business that pays me." You're not making enough for it to really matter. You're just continuing to do this because you don't know how to do anything else.
Yep.
You have nothing else. You have nothing else to give. And you already don't give anything.
And that's the thing, right? Remember how Charlie Gold, we heard the clip in this video, Charlie Gold said that Chantal has no skills. And how often have we heard her say that Amber Lynn has no skills? Chuck, you don't have any skills either. You're not one to talk.
She simply puts her floating head on a screen and regurgitates better content. Which, I mean, it's not that difficult to be better than Amber Lynn and Pootie Beauty, but Charlie doesn't even try.
Yeah.
I understand that Chantal and Amber are Charlie Gold's favorite TV show. This is basically like her reality show. This is her favorite.
It's bringing me back to when Miss Hussey said that he had watched Damn It Shade on TV. Said he watched Damn It Shade on TV.
Reality show, and I wish she would just admit that
Oh,
instead of pretending like she doesn't, her life doesn't revolve around these people. Because in order for you to keep up with every single thing that these women do, these very frequent posters do, for you to be utterly consumed with their content every day. Yeah, so this is your favorite TV show, and I understand, you know, we all critique our favorite reality shows,
Sure,
you know, the
sure.
messy Real Housewives of Miami or Beverly Hills Basketball Wives. Like, sometimes we live for the mess and the drama, but even in those scenarios, you don't see people reacting to those TV shows with such hate.
Well, yeah, they do. When they're reviewing, how many have we seen review an episode of My 600-Pound Life? Or they even reviewed to the Slaytons, 1,000-Pound Sisters. Not just Amy and Tammy Slayton's videos, but their shows on 1,000-Pound Sisters. I do remember a while back that Amy said that while Amy Slayton is succeeding in her weight loss, and she got weight loss surgery, while Tammy keeps putting on more weight. Amy had said that Amy was getting more fans, she was getting more love, and Tammy was getting more hate. I'm going to leave that at that part of that. But another time, I may do a video talking about the Slayton sisters, talking about that specifically, like, yeah.
With such visceral hate. And, I mean, at this point, Charlie Gold has accepted her hateful spirit, and she knows, like, that's just who she is. So I have had several court jesters here in attendance amongst my friends. Every now and then there will be some jesters that we get to poke fun at and laugh at. You guys remember DCmediagirl?
We still laugh at her. It just now we're too bored to watch her. But we still laugh at her. When she pulls out the bullhorn.
Irate Alex when they tried it. You know what? Every day I poke fun. I'll poke fun if you guys want to be tried.
What is Irate Alex up to these days?
When it messes me, I don't mind doing it. But I've never had.
And obviously, another jester that should be added, of course, is Ms. Hussey. Definitely. And French Fried Gunt. But I don't think the Sovereign has gotten to them yet.
Have a permanent court jester in residence at the court. And I think we're going to have to change that. Charlie, welcome back. And since you intend on staying, I am making you the first official honorary court jester.
Yay!
I will be checking in and out with her when I need something.
Yay!
Yes, we will be checking in and out, back and forth with Charlie Gold. Not consistently, though, okay? We're going to treat Charlie Gold like junk food, okay? We do not feast on junk food over here. It's every now and then we'll just go entertain some of her junk when we all need a decent laugh. Okay, I'm going to text it all the time because, like I said, I will choke on the dryness. Like, the chicken is dry. It's dry, okay?
Choke on the dust.
And up sawdust.
And then grate her over a cheese grater.
Over here. But I think at this point we all enjoy watching Charlie basically make fun of herself because she thinks she's reacting to Foodie Beauty and Amber, and we're all sitting like she thinks people are watching her channel for her.
No, I don't think so. I think Shock Gold takes herself seriously, and that's part of her problem. She doesn't have a sense of humor. She thinks she doesn't. To be able to laugh at oneself or make fun of oneself requires a sense of humor. You know, we hear it from stand-up comics. Some of the funniest humor is when they tell, you know, stories about their lives. And there's a lot of self-deprecating. There's a lot of self-deprecating going on. And we find that funny. We find that entertaining. Charlie Gold, maybe indirectly, she is making it, but I don't think she has the self-awareness to even see that. No, she takes herself too seriously.
And her opinions. Like, she legit thinks people are watching for her opinions. Google, we're watching you cast judgment on yourself. We're watching you for your hypocrisy. People are watching you.
I think they're watching her because she's nasty. It's pure and simple.
For your hypocrisy. When I check in on you, I don't care about Amber and Foodie Beauty. I like laughing at your hypocrisy because the delusion is so deep. She's just swimming, y'all. She is swimming
It is so deep. He is in complete denial. He takes herself seriously.
With the angler fish. She is all the way down in the depths of the ocean,
Yep.
freaking Mariana Trench over here, because she really can't see it.
He's a bottom feeder and a bottom dweller.
Because it's so dark down there. She can't see anything. Babe, the audience is here for the delusion at this point. It's the delusion. But for those of you who are supporters, which I've seen her comment section, she ain't got many of those. For those of you who are her supporters, justify the actions. Justify the actions. Justify it. I want you to justify the bullying, justify the hypocrisy, justify the lack of her follow through. You want to talk about, oh, I support Charlie Gold, justify Charlie Gold's existence. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a phantom channel that shouldn't even exist at this point. Oh.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. It shouldn't exist. She has nothing more to add. She's long ago plateaued. This is why she only comes on sporadically. And her posting and her live streams are sporadic. This is why she does not provide even content for her channel members or her patrons. But yeah, this is a good challenge for Charlie Gold fans out there. This is a good challenge, what she issues there. Tell us why you like her. Why is she so much better than Amber Lynn and Chantal? Tell us why she is so much better than Chantal and Amber Lynn.
Well, like I said, congratulations to Charlie Gold for being the first official residing court jester here in my court. We will be checking in and out with her periodically to see what mess she got herself into. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about Charlie Gold and her lack of follow through on her promises, on her weight loss, the hypocrisy. There's so much to talk about. Like, I'm so curious.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I can see for someone like the Sovereign that pops in every so often. Again, her channel is not really about commentary on other YouTubers. It's a small part of her channel. She mostly follows the beauty pageant circuit.
Yes. Legit.
But to be honest, there isn't much to say about Charlie Gold. There isn't much more to say about her these days. There really isn't much more than we can add. Those of us who have been following her nastiness on Twitter, for instance.
I'm so curious to see what the rest of the members of the court have to say. Even some of the subscribers of Charlie Gold. If you are a subscriber of Charlie Gold, please tell me why. I want to know why.
Yeah, I want to know why, too. I want to know the answer to that, too.
I'm legitimately curious on why you are allowing this woman to lie and disrespect you to your face, though. Enlighten me. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And like I said...
Okay, and that is that. So I'm coming back to you in the chat now. Holy shit. It's been over 2.5, it's been close to 2.5 hours. Oh, wow. Okay, time flies when we're having fun. Keep in mind, coming back to you in the chat. Coming back to you in the chat. I'm glad I live like 4 hours from Charlie Gold. Oh, you live that close, do you, Gothic? She should take her own advice. Absolutely, Michelle. And not close to her. Advice. Right lane, and that's without the views for her streams, member only mod or not. She's only getting paid for that still. Yeah. CG has no skills, no personality, apparently nothing below the neck either. Yes, the 24-hour Chantal Amber Lynn watch is incredible. Much more than a full-time job. Oh my God, yes, it requires overtime. Wonder if she got the memo. YouTube doesn't pay time and a half, okay? YouTube don't pay time and a half. I wish Charlie or any hater would go after the Sovereign. That would be fab. The Sovereign would wipe the floor with him. Absolutely, Christina. For one thing, they can't go after her with the race card, right? They can't. Yeah. I think that's what she's trying to convey is some of those reality shows, we take it with a pinch of salt. We know that some of the scenes material is exaggerated, and the same should be applied to Facebook. Easy for me to say. Hootie Beauty, Amber Lynn. Yeah, exactly. Christina is here. That's why she never will. Irate Alex has been busy with all his. Oh, he's been involved with the Creepshow mess too. Oh, he's gotten it. Okay, I didn't know that. Yes, she would, Christine. Plus, Charlie couldn't shout. Yeah, no, she couldn't do that, Christina. Sorry, my phone changed it. Charlie makes the perfect fool. She does indeed. Christina, I wonder, will Charlie go for the sovereign, or will she have enough sense to keep her mouth and Twitter? I think she's going to blab about it on Twitter. I don't know. She's got me blocked, so I can't see her tweets. But yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Charlie Gold is spewing about the sovereign on Twitter, but she's not going to talk about her on her channel. No, she's not. Everyone is covering it. It's so it would seem everybody's covering the Creepshow art. Yeah. Exactly, Christina. That's why Chuck won't address this. No, she won't. She won't, Lily. She's terrified of the sovereign. She is. Yep, Michelle, I'm bored of it now. We know she's a lie. We know. Christina is here. Her racist. Oh, yeah, I forgot her racist crutch. Couldn't be used. She has nothing to hit the sovereign with now. No, she don't. No, she don't. No comeback. All she can do is roll on her silence, right, Dad? Ah, Lily. The sovereign was on point. Yeah, she was. That she was. That's all I have to say about CG. Chuck won't even give her feeders mukbangs to watch. That is sad. She should. He should. Yeah. I picked a heck of a stream to return to. Over 2 hours. I know. I know. Hey, Lily Boots. Good to see you. Damn, Fedora doing a marathon stream today. It's sure looking that way. It's sure looking that way. I'll try and put some timestamps in it later. For those who are watching in replay, I'm going to try and have some timestamps in there for you. Hippo, Lily, Lane. I picked a heck of a stream, yeah. She probably won't say the sovereign's name on Twitter either. You don't think so, Lily? You don't think so? Oh, Jamie. Yes, the sovereign was on point, Jamie. Yeah, exactly. Okay, since I've been on for over 2 hours and 22 minutes, Charlie might as well start a mukbang channel. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the same way, Jamie. She might as well put it on, you know. You know, that's another way to look at it with Amber Lynn or Chantal. When they did, I mean, Chantal's not doing too many mukbangs anymore. Partly because of the whole Dom saga, but I think also because she's on that drug Ozempic. Ozempic is suppressing her appetite, you know, more than usual. So, but yeah, but at least there's one thing. At least Chantal is putting her food out in the open for the viewers to see how much she eats. Is that really a good idea? Probably not. But if you want to go the honesty and transparency route, look at it this way. Chantal is showing her food. Charlie, what are you doing? Because we know you're gaining weight. You don't think Charlie will utter the sovereign's name anywhere, Christina? I'm enjoying every second of this stream. I'm happy I picked this one. Well, we're glad you're here. Don't be a stranger, Lily. Don't be a stranger. So anyways, what I'm going to do, we're going to do the obnoxious e-begging. Charlie is too scared of the sovereign. Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe right. But I've seen her go after her on Twitter before, Lil Boots. Lil Boots. Yeah. All right. Let's do the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show because we're going to come draw this to a close because we've been on for over 2 hours and 23 minutes. Like I said, later on, I'll try and put some timestamps to this. Okay. So anyways, for those who wish to join the channel, you may do so. Either click the super chat button and select the join, or click the join button underneath the video, or if you can't find the join button anywhere, here is the link to join the channel. You can click this link if you can't find it on your phone or whatever, but still wish. It's $1.99 per month. We have these cool custom emojis you can use in chat or you can use in comments. If the channel members can please show the emojis on the chat, that would be appreciated. Okay. Also, I have PayPal. If you want to avoid the toll troll and you choose to go this route, if you choose to go the route of PayPal, rest assured, I keep all your information confidential. Okay, I will always keep your information confidential. I'm not in the habit of doxing people. Right on, Mad Hatters with the emojis. Right on. Oh, she's concentrating more on supporting Dragnot for doing more Shanny stuff. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. So there's PayPal. I also have a merch store. Yes, my merch store is all of my t-shirts. All of my t-shirt designs are much better than the French fried gunt. Because here's the thing, at least a lot of it, even if the stuff is right on, my merch is right on brand, it's also slogans and stuff that can be applied and appreciated and resonate in real life as well. In other words, if you're wearing one of my t-shirts, unless maybe the Bath t-shirt, the one with Bath the Panda, that's an exception. But the other ones pretty much, I think anybody on the street can relate to what the slogan might say. Check out my second channel, the Fedora Social Experiment. For those of you who don't know, go check it out. I live stream there. I have uploads there. It's an experiment. That channel is all original content. It's pretty much all original content over at Fedora Social Experiment, where I do experiments with live streams, story times, and humor. So it's a fun channel. I'm proud of it. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for the super sticker. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So anyways, check out my second channel, Fedora Social Experiment. For those who haven't already. Like I said, no hater nation over there. It's a hater nation free zone. It's all original content. I think it's a lot of fun. And once a month, I do a stream over there where I interact with you in the chat. We play a game called Let's Ask Google, where you all in the chat get to ask me to Google a bunch of terms. And I read them out, and I read them out on screen. I've already done 2 of them. I've already done 2 of those. Let's Ask Google. Both got very racy. Both got quite racy. So I've issued a new challenge for those of you who are followers of Fedora Social Experiment and want to get in the fun of the monthly Let's Ask Google game. I'm giving you a challenge. Please try to find terms that are a little more PG. Yeah, a little more okay. I also have a Discord server. Yeah, I has Discord for those of you. I has Discord. You must be 18 and up to join the Discord server. We have rooms to suit all tastes. We're a pretty drama-free, pretty chill group. A lot of awesome people there. A lot of non-judgmental people there. We have a venting corner. If you have nowhere else to turn, you need to vent. We've got our venting corner. Nobody will judge you over there. Very empathetic group. And what never, Lil Boots? Never what? Lil Boots, never what? In my Discord server for the channel members, exclusive channel members, we have the Mad Hatters Lounge in the Discord server where you and I can all interact with one another. Yeah. We can share receipts too, if we want. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Did you all see what Emily Artful put up on Twitter? Shit just got dirtier with the Creepshow stuff. She's got an ex-friend that's now step 4. Oh my God. That's going to have to wait for another time and I'll have to get better informed. Ha ha ha, you told us to find less raunchy things to Google. Never. It's a challenge, Lil Boots. It's a challenge. I'm not asking for romper room, although YouTube sure seems to ask for romper room. Oh God, the way they yellow out my video, the way they yellow out the monetization of my videos, they seem to want romper room. But no, I'm not asking for romper room. But I don't want too many videos with age restrictions on them because eventually Fedora Social Experiment, at least that's my goal, to get it to monetization. I want to get that channel monetized. And when that happens, the age-restricted videos don't get monetized at all, like they're red in monetization. Oh, you definitely don't want me in the Ask Google stream. Oh no, Lily? No. Lily, note to self. Don't let you in. Yeah, Michelle is also a mod over there. So is Deb Valley. So is Jamie. Actually, I have much of the same mods over at Fedora Social Experiment as we do here. So you would see Michelle, you would see Straubs, you would see Straubs, Michelle, Jamie, and Deb Valley over there. Yeah, and Christina. Yeah. Oh, Michelle, are you will be really? I understand. But yeah, we have a good time over there. Seriously, we have a good time over there. Let's be kind to Fedora and the algorithm. Let's come up with weird but not dirty things to Google. Yes, that's the challenge, Death Valley. That's the challenge. That would be the challenge. So anyway, it will never be a PG for Ask Google. We have dirty minds. This is true. But you know, this is why they call it a challenge, because it's not easy. If it were easy, it wouldn't be a challenge. We wouldn't call it a challenge now. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge, yeah. No, I really wouldn't do anything to mess with your monetization. I'll keep it for Discord. That's fine, Lely. That's all well and good. Right on. Right on. Oh, my. So anyways, I am going to say goodnight because I have to eat before my blood sugar crashes because I haven't eaten a damn thing all day. I haven't eaten a damn thing all day, so I need to eat something before my blood sugar crashes. I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. Well, yeah. And I don't feel like cooking, so it's going to be another salad tonight because, like I said, Montreal is under a huge heat advisory, extreme heat advisory, and even with the AC doesn't make it quite, the air from the AC, the cold air blasting from the AC doesn't go as far as the kitchen, so you sweat in there. She's eating a sandwich. Yeah, I'm eating a sandwich. Thank you, Lil Boots. Have a good night. For those of you watching in replay, like I said, I'll try and have timestamps for this. For those of you watching in replay, all links, all the e-begging links are in the description box below this video if you're interested. I always appreciate any and all kinds of support. And of course, don't forget to thumbs up this video on the way out the door if you haven't done so already. That's free. And please consider subbing if you haven't done so already. Okay. That's not any different than what they wanted to Google. It's almost midnight here. I have 2 kids. I'm going to regret this. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lely. But yeah, look at it this way. You had fun with us. You had a good time, Lely. You can say that. I know it'll be hard in the morning, but you had fun. You had a good time. We always have a good time here. Excuse me. I don't smoke enough. So anyways, have a good night, everybody. Thank you again, Michelle, for the super sticker. That's very generous of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And always remember, build pots. And always remember, if there's somebody vulnerable or at risk or all alone in the world in your midst, please take the time to give them a call, look in on them, hit them, DM them on social media if they've got it, give them a text. Sometimes just lending a sympathetic ear to that person is all it takes to change their world, to change their day. Wouldn't have missed it, though. Big love to you, Fedora and chat. I had a great time. Well, I'm glad. I am that people have a great time, Lely. Yeah, I'm glad you all here. So anyways, I'm out. I'm finding food that I don't have to cook. Have a good night, everybody. Great to see you. Bye.